There we go. Did you start it? Okay. Um,
Okay, I think we're live. Let me check.
we're
Yeah,
live.
we're live.
Okay,
We're live.
let's go.
Yeah, surprisingly today there's no one in chat. They'll be there. Okay, I don't know what to say. I'm really bad with introductions, but I have my really good friend here. Okami, want to say something about yourself?
Hey, I don't know. Putting me on the spot right now.
She's kind of shy, but well, once you get to know her, she's fun.
Yeah, I'm fun.
Really fun. No, just.
Don't worry, I got this. He's kind of putting me on the spot there. I don't know what to say. That.
Okay. I
But
don't know,
that's
maybe.
okay. Don't worry.
Or maybe like I don't know how you started, or
Yeah.
anything of the sort.
How I started as a VTuber, you mean?
Yeah.
So, that's about a year ago, I believe, and I've been taking half of that or more. I've taken a break from it so far, mostly because I'm usually in the living room. Right now, I'm in the living room, for example. So the noise and all is kind of a problem, but I'm working on that. I might have a solution for it very soon, so I might be able to do more collabs and more streams stuff. But how I started was, and I saw VTubers. They just hide their face, and I love that idea. Right, you can just be whoever you want to be, and just go with the flow. Go have fun with other people, with other VTubers or whoever you wanna, and just do whatever. Jackbox, for example, I love that game. It's great. But yeah, I started with a fairly simple image. I've edited it a little bit over the years, and so far it's this one right now. I'm using right now. And I've done a few collabs with friends of mine, with new friends of mine that I've learned how to call it. I've met along the way. And honestly, Fitumi has such a big community. There's almost no end to what you can meet or who you can meet or however. And I love that. It's great. And I'm willing to continue this for sure. Yeah.
It's much better than my story where I lost a drunk pet.
Wait, you lost a chunk?
See, I lost it. No, Silver's on chat. Hi, Silver. See, what happened was I became a VTuber because I was drunk. I called up a friend and she's like, "Why don't you do it?" I'm like, "Fine, I'll do it." And she's holding me on. She's holding it on me.
Honestly, I've loved that story more though because it's just out of the blue, right? I love things like that. For example, as soon as I love drunk stories, for example, as well. But as soon as I have to code something that's really difficult to do and it's gonna take a lot of time or something alike, it's just a pain in the ass, basically.
Okay, I'll come in just a minute. So, chat for context, Okami is a programmer.
Yeah. So as soon as I have to program something that's a pain in the ass and I just don't want to do it, I'll just wait until noon, until weekend or vacation or something. I'll grab a bunch of alcoholic drinks, just drink a bunch, and
Does it work?
Yeah, it does kinda. Not fully though. I just have to find a in between that works, and until the point that it doesn't work anymore.
Okay,
Kind of in between, right? So it's not a pain in the ass in that case anymore. So that's really nice.
So it's like that optimum position. Like if you drink a bit too much, you're too drunk to work. If you drink a bit too little, you're too lethargic to work. Correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
As soon as I drink too much, I'll just get really, really distracted often and very easily. And for some reason, if I'm tipsy or a little drunk, I'll be able to hyper focus on stuff, and I don't know why.
I can relate to that. I can relate to that. But for me, yeah. I don't know how much. How do I put this? So here they call it a quarter. A quarter is 250 ml. 250 milliliters of hard liquor.
Yeah, I want to try vodka and stuff like that, but I've never done it before. Okay. The hardest thing I've drank so far is 14%.
Okay, wine?
No. Also soft liquor. It's sweet. It's how do you call it?
Okay.
It's a sweet tasting liquor. It's called. I forgot the name though.
Is it milk based?
Memory.
Is it Irish cream by chance?
No.
Okay.
It's it tastes like those ice cream rockets made of water ice cream.
Okay, good.
Rocket shot.
Okay.
So
Oh, nice.
easy.
Oh, I've heard of it, never tried it.
It's so sweet and I love it.
Okay, I like it to be bitter. I like it bitter, so I'm more of a whiskey kind of girl.
Whiskey?
Yeah.
I wanna try whiskey though. I've never done it before.
Just
That'd
make
be
sure
nice,
your
yeah.
alcohol tolerance is fine.
No,
Because-
my alcohol tolerance is not fine. I'm
Okay.
a lightweight. But
Okay.
I've never had a how do you call it? A hangover before.
Okay.
For some reason, I don't know why. I've like 16 pints in one night, for example. I did that once and never again. But yeah, I did that once and I didn't get a hangover.
See, that's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I only had a hangover once, and it's like I don't know if I should call. It's not exactly a hangover. I had a blackout, and then I had like little fragments of memories of what I did the previous night. See, I was in bed, but I was still wearing my shoes. I knew I had dinner because there were stains on my shirt,
Oh.
and I was dehydrated.
I love, by the way, that it's the most intelligent stream and we're talking about getting drunk.
Yeah, see, intelligent people like to drink.
Yeah, that's right. You've seen too much of the world.
Yeah, they've seen
Don't
too much of the
wanna be
world.
intelligent anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, basically, what you get right from hangovers and that you don't remember stuff and all.
It's,
I didn't have that yet, at
that's
least. I have it on a daily basis so far, but not because I've got drunk or something.
see, to be honest, it's a good thing that you remember everything you've done, because now in the back of your head, like, did I do that? Did I really do that? You know, you still can't be sure that that's everything you've done.
At least I think I remember though, because
Yeah.
I'm not sure, of course, because
No, see, the thing
I'm
is,
the only one there.
no, see, think about, at least from my experiences, which is only once, so take it with a grain of salt. Is that
Yeah, exactly.
you know you're missing something, but you don't know what.
Yeah, or you think you know everything, like you don't miss anything, but there's actually a few things missing. That happened a few times, but not when I got drunk. It's just when I got really sleepy instead.
See, sleepy. The thing about me is I don't know if it's reality or if I was dreaming that shit.
Oh, I had that with VR. I the first time I got a VR headset, right?
Oh, okay.
So I put it on and I played for a bunch of hours in one go, and I went to bed. And as soon as I went to sleep, I dreamt a few, dreams, of course, but a few hyper-realistic ones. As it seemed as if I was in the VR world at that point, like VR chat, Beat Saber, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's the thing about dreams.
I kept waking up though, trying to pull off the headset, right? But it didn't work, and instead I just hit a cabinet next to me, for example, stuff like that, trying to swing around the Beat Sabers.
Okay. No, for me, once I accidentally called my dad 7 times when I was half asleep.
7 times in a row.
Yeah, no, not in a row. It was like at a time period of I think 15 minutes, 15-minute intervals, and he lives about 2.5 hours behind me, time zone wise.
Oh damn!
So when he woke up, he saw like seven phone calls. He was scared.
Yeah.
Like 7 phone calls early in the morning. What?
You don't even remember.
I'm like, I called you by accident. I was thinking about calling my roommate, asking her when she's coming back.
Yeah.
This is my
Oh no.
And this was back in the day when communication apps weren't a thing.
Oh yeah, so it's difficult to get a hang of each other.
Not just that, was expensive. Every call was expensive.
As well, yeah. But yeah, as soon as I go programming while drunk and all, I often make a mess out of it, but it does work often. Not always, but it does work, and I get a general idea of how I could do it better. So I'll just get a when I'm not drunk yet, I'll just grab a pencil and a piece of paper and just write down what I want to do. or just type it down or something.
Okay.
Then I get drunk, try to type it out, the code itself, test it a few times, don't know if it works because I'm drunk at that point. Then wake up again next morning and see what I did. And then it's like, oh yeah, well done, Okami, I did a good job.
See, if it works, it works. That's that like, at least from my perspective, I don't care if the programmer's drunk, high, or anything like that. They get the job done. They get the job done. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Because, well, it's kind of a bad habit to go drunk. I don't do it that often.
At least you're just using alcohol. University and was he a batchmate or was he a senior of mine? Let's just say he went really nearly close to having a literal heart attack, not figuratively, literally.
Oh, no.
3 cans of Red Bull.
3 cans is not that bad.
No, think about that. He's a skinny kid, so.
Wait, what did he?
He's a skinny kid.
Oh, like anorexia-ish?
He looks like he's anorexic, but he isn't. Let's just say, I'll say it's extremely high metabolism.
Yeah. Okay, that might be bad, yeah.
No, that's really dated. I'm like, how is he alive? Isn't he supposed to be dead? See, I did that once. I wasn't 3 cans, it was 2 cans. And I'd say that's like one of the worst experiences I've had.
Yeah.
And your pulse gets high, you get really sweaty. You're like, you're jittery, you can't concentrate.
Oh, that's me when I'm hyper focused on something, and it's like a little stressful as well. It's like fighter games, right?
Oh, okay.
Trying to win or something.
Oh, okay.
Just my hands get shaky, and then at first the aim, for example, in Overwatch, that way I got like a 40 or 30 plus kill rate in one go, in one life. That was really well, but then after I just went to shit. Didn't work out that well anymore.
At least you managed to get something. Like, I was like, kind of when I did that. I would never recommend it to anyone. The maximum you can do is 1 can. Don't exceed that.
No, I didn't drink at that point though. Yeah. Maybe I had coffee though, but often I like coffee though. Coffee is nice. Sugar and milk.
The thing about coffee is it's not that. Compared, let's say, energy drinks, it's not that strong.
But energy drinks are less strong than coffee?
They're more strong than coffee.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking like what? Yeah. But I like coffee though, because
coffee's good.
It's not too much, but it's a little bit. And I'll just add a little bit more.
Coffee or sugar?
Sweet enough. Sugar.
Okay. I don't like sugar in my coffee.
You don't?
I don't. Coffee and milk.
Milk then?
Just milk and coffee.
Like, do you have like sugary milk or something?
No, nothing like that. Plain milk and coffee.
Plain milk?
Yeah.
What?
I like the bitter taste.
No, bitter taste, no.
No, and I like espresso. So maybe that'll explain. Plain black coffee. It's like, I don't know the ratio. There's like a weird ratio of this much water to this much coffee, something like that.
I like chalky milk though. Chalky milk is the best.
Chalky milk is good.
Yeah. Like frappuccinos as well. Or from Starbucks frappuccinos. Nice.
Now, think about the Starbucks frappuccinos. I managed to replicate it at home, so don't go to Starbucks anymore for that.
Wait, what?
I know how to make it at home.
Oh, but you're not at my home though. Come over here, make me frappuccino, please.
Yeah, sure, of course. All I need is a tub of ice cream, and I'll get it done for you. Tub of ice cream and some coffee. I can get it done for you. Okay. Think about Starbucks. It's like, I don't know. See, when I was living with my parents, when I was younger, a kid, and living with my parents, fine, they'll buy it for me. I'm like, okay, they buy it for me. Now I'm like, I'm working and I'm earning money. You get what I mean, right? You're like, yeah, you have to spend this much for this. I can make it at home.
Yeah.
Go to the supermarket, get a tub of ice cream, get some coffee, get some milk.
The moment you realize you got to be an adult, and then you just turn 18, it's like, oh, nothing really changed, and then suddenly it all comes crashing down. It's like, oh yeah, you have to pay taxes. Oh, you don't have time for this, but you do have the body now, or the other way around for some reason. I don't know. It's the moment you really realize you got to be an adult is the moment you get to be happy with socks for your birthday.
No, the thing about for me was it's like till 21 I was kind of 20 I was at university. My parents supported me, so that wasn't much. The moment I graduated and got my first job, that's when things were like, okay, I know on paper how to handle finances, but what if suddenly the prices increase? I'm like, oh shit, what do I do now?
Yeah.
It's and see, if I call my parents now, they'll send me money. But there's a point. At a certain point, I don't want to take their money. If you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because you
it's
kind
like
of feel like you're taking away their money because
yeah,
they
no, it's like see, my dad's like what he's crossed 15, like and like and let's say at most a decade he's gonna retire.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to take money from his retirement fund. Even if
Yeah,
he's
that's
comfortable
fair.
with it, I'm not. And my sister's still in high school, so you know.
Yeah. You can't ask your sister either
No,
because
not that. I mean, like,
that's
I think my sister has more rights to my parents' money than me right now.
oh yeah, that's for sure. I think so as well. Because well, of course, she's in high school at that point.
Yeah, she's in high school. And thing
Yeah.
about high school is, it's like sometimes when I look at high school kids these days, I'm like, was I really that dumb back then?
Oh no. Maybe you have just really specific interests though, and you didn't really because often people just think they're dumb, and instead they just have really specific interests in
I don't
interests
mean
nobody really.
I don't mean in that context. I mean kids these days seem dumb for me.
Oh, I thought you meant yourself though.
No, I was
It's
like,
why though?
I'm like, see, it's like there's a social phenomenon where the younger generations always seem dumber than the older generations. Like your generation, which I've observed.
Yeah,
Uni,
that's
high
fair.
school, work, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, like
Because with all the I don't want to offend anybody, but TikTok,
oh
it's
no,
kind of
not TikTok.
I don't know.
That's one good thing my government did. They banned TikTok. It's illegal over here.
It's illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal.
No way, you're kidding, man.
No, I'm serious. Like they can't put we have border disputes with the Chinese, so it's illegal.
Oh, wait, yeah, of course. Damn, that will make TikTok go down. Yeah, and I'll have to use a VPN or something to get
No,
in.
that's the best thing my government did. Ban TikTok.
Yeah, honestly, they had to do the same here in the EU. That'd be nice.
And the thing about the TikTok ban is there are ways of how to put circumventing that, but no, most people who use TikTok aren't that smart.
Yeah.
So the protocols as such, like you cannot download it, but once you download it, you can connect it to the network or something like that. That's what I think. I never went close to TikTok because I'm like,
no, me neither. But I've seen like videos of people raging about TikTok on TikTok about the fact that somebody makes a joke and you can use that sound, right?
Yeah.
In another video you make, and then there's like the first day, new original joke. Everybody sees it, and like every single user has got to make their own version of exactly the same joke.
Oh yes,
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of video copies.
No, it's like mushroom growth. Like one person gets a good idea, everyone wants to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
at that point, it's not even funny anymore. It's just the same joke over and over and over again, and you don't want to have like 20K plus same videos that all differ a little bit, right? But it's the platform.
Yeah, I understand that. See, Okami, simple minds are easily amused. That's it.
Yeah.
Simple minds are easily amused.
Right. Oh, I might be TikTok user then.
I mean, like, extremely simple minds.
Okay.
Thing about TikTok is despite everything, we're shitting on it right now, and I love to shit on TikTok, but one thing I have to give to them is they kind of socially engineer the entire generation.
Oh yeah. I kind of feel that you can call me a how do you call it, a conspiracy theorist for this, but honestly, it kind of works in the favor of China.
Yeah, it does. You're not a conspiracy theorist. You're actually right on the mark with this one.
Yeah, because they just upvote. Well, automatically they name it automatically, but I'm not sure. But like, basically, as soon as there's something dumb, like I don't know, like a stupid joke or something, it gets upvoted in every other country except China. And China gets upvotes from creative stuff like engineering, like programming, like development of new things or improvements or cool cosplays. Maybe I don't know, but honestly, as soon as you're handy with stuff, you get upvotes in Chinese TikTok. But as soon as you're in Belgium or something else,
yes, it's two distinct apps. Like TikTok isn't available in China. It's Douyin, right? Shit, what's it called? I think it's Douyin.
They're just turned up with an entirely different kind of TikTok now.
It's a completely different app.
Oh wow!
And it's like some of the stuff that people might think protesting on TikTok will get the Chinese to stop the stuff they do.
Oh, that's why.
But the thing
that makes sense.
Douyin is no, like for example, let's say something harmless like having Winnie the Pooh in your background.
Yeah, and then they just think, oh, that's harmless, get out of the way.
Yeah, it's harmless. Like, see, in fact, I had a stream with Winnie the Pooh in the background. It wasn't that harmless. I know what I was doing, but you get the idea.
Yeah, but everybody in China is gonna get their asses kicked by the police.
Yeah, they're gonna get ass kicked by their president because he, for some reason, apparently looks like Winnie the Pooh.
I don't know why. Honestly.
Just take it as a joke. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, but not only that. The reason, I think Xi Jinping, was it right?
Yeah, Xi Jinping.
The leader of China?
Yeah, Xi Jinping.
So, Xi Jinping, I don't know. I'm really bad at pronouncing foreign names, so I'll just keep it at the Chinese leader. But yeah, the Chinese leader.
Okami, sorry to interrupt. You're better than some Indian newsreaders who call them Levin Jinping.
Wait, sorry, what?
They call them Levin Jinping because XI is Roman numerical for 11.
Oh, 11 Jinping.
Yeah, so it's better than, you're much better than them, so you can call them whatever you want.
Okay. But his right hand man or something, or just somebody from how do you call it, the people that lead the country, right?
Yeah,
stated, oh, he looks like our glorious leader. And then at that point, they decided to ban Winnie the Pooh. As far as I know, I'm not sure if that's right.
But my understanding is someone online figured out that Xi Jinping looks kind of like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, and then...
And Shinzo Abe from Japan kind of looks like Eeyore the donkey.
What?
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Yeah, that's the thing as well, but he doesn't care. He doesn't care, like, fine. So that thing kind of died off.
Oh, honestly, I kind of worry for the Japanese, how do you call it?
The former prime minister.
Ice skater.
Ice skater?
Yeah, there's an ice skater from Japan, and he loves Winnie the Pooh. But yeah, guess what's in China right now? The Olympic Games. Oh no!
No, he got arrested.
For the guy.
You know the best way to piss off the Chinese is like, see, like I don't know, maybe I'm inching towards the forbidden political topic over here, but there's like this big thing in our border with the Chinese where we just scream at each other. You know, we should just throw pamphlets of Winnie the Pooh on the other side. That'll actually get the job done.
Yeah. Honestly, it's so weird though that it's just two countries next to each other and they just hate each other's guts for no apparent reason.
No, see, that's like common over here. That's really common over here.
Yeah, I know, but I don't get it. So, like, how do you start something? Yeah, he looks like Winnie the Pooh, and he takes it as an offensive something. It's like,
see, that's the thing with autocratic leaders.
Yeah.
It's like anything that goes against their brand image, their great man image.
Yeah.
Is attack at them.
Yeah, but I kind of wonder, the guy that stated that though, from China, he found out that somebody said that or something. I don't know or that he told that himself. What happened to that guy? Like, if you say
most probably disappeared, never to be seen again.
Yeah, exactly.
They were going. You would have just one fine day they'll be like, this guy never existed.
Yeah, he just gets a nice visit from a few people in a van, and then
he goes on a long vacation.
yeah, exactly. Luxurious resort that he has to build himself.
Yeah. No, luxurious resort in the western part of China.
Yeah, like the north part of China. Probably.
Yeah, the Siberian border. It's
Well, I feel like this stream is getting banned from China, right?
no, I'm already banned from China. I'm quite sure I'm banned in several countries that include China.
Several countries.
I'm quite sure I'm banned in several countries. The countries include Iran, China, North Korea because they don't have internet, Pakistan, Thailand of all places. I'm quite sure I'm banned in Thailand.
How did you get banned in Thailand as well as in China?
Okay, so the thing about Thai laws, you should not criticize the royal family.
Sorry?
You should not criticize the royal family in any way.
Oh.
I made an entire video making fun of the king, so that can't be true.
No, what did you do?
It was fun, okay? I was like, I don't want you getting kicked out, so I don't want you getting kicked out of Thailand, so I'm not gonna say anything over here. But just Google him. You'll find a lot of good stuff.
Oh god.
So that was one. Okay. Where else am I banned from? Yeah, I'm quite sure I'm most probably banned from Russia now.
Yeah, me too.
I'm banned from.
I didn't want to go there anyway, so it's fine.
The thing about Russia is I'm like, why would anyone want to go there? Even they don't want to go there. That's why they're invading their neighbors.
There's more country to add to their country. Yeah, also, the memes made from the war though. I honestly, the war is terrible. Don't get me wrong. I know. The memes are good though.
No, thing is, like, I know. See, the thing is, I know people who disagree with me on this, but I think Russia's getting their asses handed to them in Ukraine right now.
I kind of feel like Ukraine is doing such a good job.
No, Ukraine's doing a great job.
If Ukrainians see this, go get them. Don't do anything out of the blue. Just don't do something stupid. Go kick ass. Please do that.
Because, I'm quite sure the Russians have more casualties now than they've ever had in the last 20 years of existing.
Yeah, I think yeah, actually might be, yeah.
Because let's say if you do
I had a list from yesterday, I believe. I had a list of every casualty, of major casualty. Vehicles. Sorry, vehicles, as well as military personnel. Yeah. So they lost yesterday at 3 p.m. their time. Russia has lost 80 tanks, 516 armored vehicles of various types, 10 planes and 7 helicopters, and 2,800 military personnel.
And now it's 3,500 military personnel.
Sorry?
Now it's 3,500 military personnel.
3,500? Damn, Ukrainians are kicking butt. Holy shit!
It's, we can laugh at, but one thing I find really disturbing is most of these Russian soldiers, they're conscripts. They're forced into this. They're like, I'm quite sure they're younger than us. They're just like 19-year-old kids who are shipped off to Ukraine. It's messed up.
Yeah. I feel like they just sent in the recruits, right?
Yeah. Like most of the Russian military is recruits. It's like they have to do, I think, 2 years of service. If you're a Russian, you have to do 2 years of service.
Oh wow, that sucks for them though.
Yeah, unlike other countries like, let's say, Switzerland or Sweden, where you do it, these guys send you to the front lines. The Russians.
Yeah.
It's messed up because most of these guys don't want to be there.
Yeah, that's messed up though.
I don't know what to say. It's like, I was like, it's not gonna happen. He's not gonna do something that dumb. And he did something that dumb.
Yeah. Actually, what do you call it? The Christians, right? They, a while ago, they said like there's gonna be an Antichrist or something in the East.
Yeah. See, think about that Antichrist thing. Yeah, maybe he is. Okay, maybe he is, but I don't think the Antichrist is gonna be that short. I'll just put it out there.
I'm not religious, but I like that my mother called Putin the Antichrist.
No, my younger sister, little kid, called him an asshole. Like, fuck that asshole. Like, you can swear, but not in front of me.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. So we're having a really good conversation on geopolitics.
Yes, exactly.
So my sister's like, fuck that asshole. Like, no, not here. Mom, and the thing was, my mom was sitting next to her when she said that. Like, she called me up.
But yeah, I also have this image, right, of taking a screenshot of Google Maps before they update this. And that's Ukraine and as well as Taiwan.
Yeah.
It's an image of those
Yeah, okay,
two.
send it to. Oh no.
Did it
No, this is sad. This is sad.
But it's so stupid and I love it for some reason. And
No,
yeah,
but you know,
I
on a
kinda
serious
feel
note,
like
I think this is gonna be like the Soviets went into Afghanistan. They lost badly. This is gonna be the Russian version. This is gonna be like, you know, version 2 of what happened to the Soviets in Afghanistan. It's like the first time is a tragedy, second time is a parody.
yeah,
And this one's a parody of what happened in Afghanistan, because it's the exact same thing that happened in Afghanistan, just that Putin knows what it's happening. The Russians, if they read the history books, know that it's happening. Like what's gonna happen,
yeah.
and they're still doing it.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like it's hard to disobey an order,
No,
especially from Russians.
No, see, I don't blame the average Russian soldier. I see them as victims as well.
Yeah, exactly. This is
I'm blaming the leadership. Don't they know what's gonna happen? You go inside an heavily armed country, a country where every kid has a gun. I guess after 2014, more or less every kid's taught how to shoot a gun.
Yeah.
You send kids to a place. You send guys who are barely kids, right? And are barely legal, I guess. I don't know how else to describe them. To a country which hates them, where everyone's armed, and they will fight and they will rather die than surrender. What do you think is gonna happen?
Yeah, it's the thing that I'm always saying, like, why are guns allowed in America and all, you know? And it's like just ban guns, and now I kind of feel why. They actually allow guns.
No, see that's I know, was it the Second Amendment? I don't remember the number, but that's the logical reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
I think
I kind of feel that now. Yeah.
Now the thing is, it's not just the USA that has something like that. Quite a lot of countries have that, but USA gets most of the spotlight because of gun violence, I guess. I don't know.
I think mostly of gun violence, but also mostly because it's a national superpower and a big country. Like it's the United States, you know.
Yeah, exactly. No, because
if you look at Mexico or look at Brazil, for example, those are not that big of a country, but those countries have way more gun violence.
Yeah. I mean, I would say the
Especially Brazil.
No, I mean, but think about Mexican gun violence, or let's say Brazilian gun violence, it's, how do I put it in this way? It's like, I don't know, I don't want to say it this way, but it makes sense. As in, it's a drug cartel, it's gang violence, it's a gang war. American gun violence is spontaneous, so that makes it even more scary. It's like suddenly a kid, there's no logic behind, there's no logical motivation for them to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine do you play D&D, by the way?
I've tried, but I still haven't been able to figure out how it works.
Anyway, so there's an item in D&D, and it's called the Bag of Holding. Right?
Okay.
Imagine if stuff like that was real. It's like, how would that compare to real world tech, or how would it help real world tech? Because I love the thing like high tech, like sci-fi and fantasy, right?
Yeah.
So I was wondering, okay, if it's kind of sounds really bad, but if there's a kid and is angry at his classmates, right? Like
just put him in the back. Just put him in the back.
That could be a thing, yes. But how about he just takes out, like, I don't know, a howitzer or something?
Oh no!
This is in front of his.
Coming up.
I know it's bad, but I don't know. It's just silly.
No, see, another thing is, if you look at any British colony, with the exception of maybe New Zealand after recent incidents,
yeah,
buying a gun is easy.
Oh, yeah, buying a gun is so, especially in America, for example.
Not just America. When it comes to states, we're all aware of that. But I'd say it's pretty easy to buy a gun in Canada, UK, even in India. It's pretty easy to buy a gun. I checked out
in the Netherlands as well.
I checked out the procedure. It's pretty easy. It's just that many people don't want to spend the money. They're like, it's expensive. You know, if I want to kill a person, I have a machete. I'll use that.
Scarier. Yeah, exactly. Like a katana or something.
Yeah.
Just takes a katana from the room.
No, see, thing is, all you need to do is go to your local coconut vendor. He'll have a curved machete. Let me just.
Oh yeah.
Just buy it from him.
I found this meme, by the way. Also about you playing this.
Oh, I saw Air India flying director.
Like the Air India is flying straight through a war zone with their passenger plane.
No, see, thing about Air India's, they're crazy in the good way and in the bad way.
Just
see, in the good way is like
special in that, I suppose.
In the good way, they get stuff done like this. I think they were active in Libya as well. Evacuating Indian citizens of Libya.
I just hope they didn't get shot out or something.
No, they don't get shot down. No, that's where the crazy part comes in. No one wants to shoot them down because they're batshit crazy. so Air India is infamous for terrible food. It's like the Spirit. No, it's like the Spirit Airlines of India. When I say terrible, I mean there's a cockroach in it. So what happened was.
That's disgusting.
Think about Air India is like. Now Air India is like close to bankruptcy, and it's in a weird situation. But back when they were still a respectable airlines, they don't serve you food. You have to buy your own food. That's the first thing.
Okay.
So some respectable person goes there, buys some food, opens it up. They find a cockroach mixed in their rice. They file a complaint.
Mixed in there as well.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the cockroach fell in when they were cooking it. I don't know.
No, it reminds me of the KFC fryer memes as well.
Okay, the one thing is never look at a commercial kitchen. Whatever you do, you'll never eat it.
Yeah. A friend of mine, he lives in the street I live in. He actually went to have a not a scholarship. How do you call it? A internship.
Okay.
At McDonald's.
Oh no, he'll never eat McDonald's again in his life.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened. Especially chicken nuggets. I don't know why he doesn't want to tell me.
See, it's a good.
He wants to spare me.
It's a good thing you don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
It's a good.
At the same time, I'm kind of curious.
You do not want to know, Okami. You do not want to know.
I suppose, yeah.
Because the thing is, both my parents are chemical engineers, so I know stuff. I know stuff I do not want to talk about.
Yeah.
They're like, once he told me this, I know this is gonna, screw it. My stream's already for amateur audiences. So my dad's like, listen, you're Koki, you're going to go to university, you're going to engineering school. So you can turn vanilla ice cream into a narcotic. And my mom's like, shut up, don't teach you stuff like this.
Also, by the way, as soon as you talk on stream, by the way, your clothes seem to change.
See, the thing is, actually, I was supposed to update my clothes, and I realized I didn't update it. I was going for more of a business casual look, and then I realized it's the full black suit. I'm like, shit.
Now it's fixed, yeah, now it's fixed. Just a little delay.
So yeah, my dad's like, you can turn this into this, you can make explosives out of this. They were like horrible. They were from a time when engineers weren't mass produced.
Yeah.
So it's like they're good at their job.
I don't know if it's good that engineers get mass produced.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah. You get the same thing you get in China, right? Like the videos of concrete just actually breaking apart as soon as you grasp it with your hand.
Okay, I see. I think this could be like. I think we gotta do a stream with this. I'll tell you some terrible ideas that some of my peers in engineering school came up with.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, the first one. The first one, I'm like, the only reason I'm not killing you is you're a nice girl. And you're my neighbor, so I don't want to kill you. That's the reason I didn't kill her. So the idea was, you have a laser light. You point it to a window. And based on, let's say we both are inside the room, we both are talking. And based on our vibrations on the window, the laser light's reflection vibrations will be captured. And then they can recreate our voice. I'm like, are you high? Bitch, you high or what? That was my question.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think laser lights work like that because it will just go through the window.
First thing is a refract. Yeah, it'll go through the window, refract. Second thing is, hypothetically, even if it reflects, you know how much interference there is.
Yeah. Also, why don't you just grab a microphone?
Yeah, place it in the room and be done with it.
It's like no, laser light, more software to it. It's like, well, it doesn't even work. What?
Okay, that's what I'm like. You seem like you're a really nice girl, or else I would have murdered you right here because you are making our species dumber.
Yeah, it's just natural selection, I hope. Maybe she'll need to look inside the laser light to see if it functions as well.
And the scary thing is she works for Intel now.
For Intel?
Yeah, she works for Intel.
Well then.
Well, then time to get rid of my laptop.
There's still hope.
There's no hope.
Oh no, yeah, there's no hope for the humanity, that's true, but there's still hope for me getting a job, at least.
No, you will get a job. It gets better. Okay, there was one guy who never had an antivirus on a system, which I personally think is a bad idea, but whatever. And
he never had an antivirus on his PC or something?
Yeah, he never had an antivirus on his laptop. And he was dumb enough to not know that .doc.exe is actually an exe file, not a doc file.
Bro.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, bro, what do you do? He's like, see, I download this textbook, I click on it, and I get some Chinese naked woman. I'm like, dude, that's not a book, that's a virus. I'm like, show it to me. I'm like, show it to me. What does the file say? It says the textbook name .pdf. I'm like, what comes after that? He says .exe. I'm like, do you know what a .exe file is?
Oh no.
I'm like, no, this is too much. I'm like, and the thing about him is he uses it as a pickup line on me, saying that yes, I got virus, can you help me out?
Wait, this is a pickup line?
Yeah, apparently a pickup line. Okay, the thing about kids in top engineering schools over here, I mean top any good universities over here, is they haven't interacted with the opposite gender for a long time.
Yeah.
So you have like awkward kids being released out in the world.
I mean, often in my class, for example, it's just teens. I've people from the age of like 14 or 16 in there. Like 14 is really really early bloomer. But there's people from the age of 15, 16 and up in there. I'm actually one of the others in the class right now, and it's like, how is everybody so young? Like, what the hell?
No, see, for the thing about me in class was I was the youngest one. I joined at around late 16, early 17.
Okay.
So that was one good thing. They're gonna hit on me without going to prison.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, yeah, I have my armor. They can't touch me.
Can't touch you. Nice.
And then was other dumb ideas. This was from a kid. So before I got into software development, I used to work for another university. So I was a contractor for another.
You worked for the university itself?
A different university.
Okay.
I was. They called me a research. They called me a research associate, but I was more of a contractor.
Okay, like contractor as in for stuff to be built?
No, not like that. So what I did was, I helped with. So back then my specialization was in graphical data analysis. So when let's say one of the professors publishes a paper, I help him with the graphs.
Okay.
And I was like a research consultant. So during a lunch, like one thing I hate is company lunches. They suck.
Yeah, so I've heard a lot about those.
So this is one of those company lunches. So my boss, who happens to be a professor, decides to bring a couple of his prize students.
Okay.
And one of them came up with the dumbest idea I could think of. Because first of all, it already exists, and second of all, it doesn't work. So according to him, this kid hasn't touched it. I'm quite sure this kid doesn't know how alcohol works. People get drunk. Okay, I'm like, yes, people get drunk. When they drink, they get drunk. But we need something that, not make sure they don't get drunk. I'm like, what? Then why do people want to drink? See, I drink for the taste, but not everyone drinks for the taste.
Yeah, like, I just get more talk active as soon as I drink and all. So, as soon as I'm drunk and all, I'm just really talk active and all. It's just really hyped and stuff like that. So I drink to get drunk, honestly, but I don't need that much.
God. So this guy, according to him, so he basically created caffeine. He basically recreated caffeine. I'm
just get water instead.
Yeah, just get water. Mix some caffeine. Mix some glucose powder with water. You're done with it. I'm like, he tested several chemicals. I'm like, and my question was, did he do clinical trials? He said no, but I'm going to release it as a product. I'm like, you fucking, I don't want to say anything bad. I was like, you want to release a chemical as a product when you haven't done clinical trials? You know how dangerous that is.
That's very dangerous. Holy
and second
shit.
of all, I can just have an energy drink while I'm drunk if I want to, kick off the drunkenness temporarily. I can have an energy drink, or I can have coffee, I can have water.
Yeah, but isn't that illegal as well? To just make a product like something to ingest and then just release it out of the blue.
No, the thing is, he never had the opportunity to release it, because if he goes to register it as a product, that's when all this happens.
Did he try though?
No, not. I don't think so. It was still in the prototype stage when he talked to me.
Okay, good. Because just get water. It's so simple. Just eat an apple, get water, problem solved.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, wow. First of all, who needs it? Second of all, why do you spend like 2 years testing out new chemicals, and none of them were physically tested? It was all simulations.
Oh.
I'm
glad there were simulations too, honestly.
So, see, to be honest, I don't really mind if he experimented it on himself.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
But I'm scared.
I'm to kill himself.
I'm terrified. See, what he can do is he can get a couple of his drunk mates, pour them a glass of it each, and what's the worst that could happen?
Death.
Yeah, no, see, I don't think it's that bad. It's not cyanide. The worst that could happen is
I hope it isn't.
All of them lose their appetite. That's the worst that'll happen.
Like, but there was a really easy mixture, and some show made a joke about it. Like if you want a great cleaning supplement, right?
Yeah.
Just mix ammonia and bleach. Was it? If you mix that, they said, "Oh, your bathroom is going to be sparkling clean," and it's like, wait, that's the mixture for mustard gas.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, why would you? Why would you take mustard gas to clean yours?
No, see, but in the defense, it works.
It does?
Yeah, it does.
Actually uses. Oh
it'll
no,
work.
it's really right.
See, all you have to do is first pour the bleach on the floor, then get the ammonia, release it on the floor.
Oh no.
And spread across the whole room, clean the whole room. But
I kind of feel like you're gonna clean yourself out of this world as well
exactly.
if you do that.
Exactly.
I think it's good for the environment, honestly, as less humans.
It's an excellent pesticide. It'll get rid of all the creepy crawlies.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, again, it's just how do you call it? Natural selection.
Yeah, you could say that.
How bad it might sound, it's natural selection.
Yeah, it is my natural selection. But yeah, think about ammonia. Ammonia is one hell of I don't know what to call it.
One hell of a drug.
Yeah, one hell of a drug. It's one hell of a drug. I'm not joking. You're not mincing words. It's one hell of a drug.
Yeah.
One puff of ammonia, and you're knocked off. Concentrated, not diluted.
Oh my god. That sounds so dumb. My brother actually does lab studies, so he knows all about it.
Okay, the first thing it does is it's like a punch to the face, but after that feels good for some reason.
Yeah, you get high from it, right?
Yeah, you can get
high from gasoline and all. Yeah. Or from glue as well. You get high from glue sniffing.
Oh yeah, a classmate of mine in school did that.
It's good at that.
No, she used to do that a lot. She had like a little Fevicol stick. She used to stick up her nose.
Oh no. I actually, when I found that out, I was still a kid, so I was glad I found that out when I was a kid, because a few weeks later we actually got to arts and crafts, right?
Yeah.
glue is involved there. And they just told them, you get high if you do that. Don't do it. And everybody started doing it instead. Like,
Yeah, see, that's one thing. You never tell them. You never tell kids, don't do it.
You just do it instead. It's like,
they'll do it.
What? It's so weird.
No, see, that's me. That's me with ammonia. My I think secondary school teacher like, you get high if you do it. I'm like, what's the bus that I haven't handed over?
I think the teacher might get in trouble if the entire class starts just sniffing glue and all. It's like, kids, stop it. Nah, man, I'm fine.
This is fun. This is fun.
You should try to teach you what. Imagine, oh no, all the toddlers, that's gonna be terrible.
That's a good
I kind
thing.
of feel like everybody at least has been high once, for sure.
No, see, thing is, it's based on what you define as high.
Like a little bit high, not full on high.
I mean, see, everyone's been high at least once in their life, but it's just a substance that changes.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, medication is also a drug.
Yeah, it is a drug. It's controlled.
Yeah, exactly. It's a hard or soft drug, but every time it's just controlled in a safe environment. I hope at least, not that you take an overdose.
But getting pharmaceuticals in most of areas, like, what do you want, kid? We have this. We have painkiller. What do you want?
Like, all the painkillers and injection done.
They're like, you want it? We have it for you.
As long as you have enough rupees.
Yeah, that's it. Another thing is, pharmaceuticals are really cheap over here. Drugs legal drugs are really cheap over here.
I've heard stories about a few countries. I don't know if it was Taiwan or India. I'm not sure, but you could get antibiotics from a supermarket.
I don't know about a supermarket, but they don't ask too many questions in a pharmacy.
No way! Oh no!
I don't think they're produced over here.
But that's really bad.
See, thing is, like, most people don't use that as a drug.
No, but not necessarily as drug, but just as medicine.
Oh yeah, getting medication.
If you use sorry?
No, one place that there's no how but strict regulations on what you can buy when it comes to medication.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you're aware how antibiotics kind of function. I kind of know how it functions. But the thing is, as soon as you take it, right, it's supposed to be a kind of killing of your body as well as more or less the thing that's bad in your body, like, for example, cancer. Or something really bad like that.
I don't think antibiotics work with cancer, but I think you can go with bacteria.
Antibiotics are used in various cancer types.
Oh, they are? I know that.
Yeah, because it's just a really, really, really hard-pinching drug. It just destroys your body. That's why your hair falls out and all.
Okay, we don't get that easily over here.
Okay, good. Because if they do, because there's countries that do get that really easily from, like, stores and all. Just don't ask a question, just give me $5, you get an entire jar of antibiotics, right? But as soon as you take antibiotics and halfway through it you stop taking them, the virus will learn from that and the antibiotics won't be effective against that certain type.
So you accidentally create a superbug.
Kinda, yeah.
Think about stuff. Another thing is, whatever I say is based on the states I've visited. Each state kind of operates like a different country.
Okay.
So let's say some places are as good as Afghanistan, for lack of better words.
Like in India, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Some states are basically war zones. Some states are pretty chill. It's like, imagine all of Europe became one country.
No, I don't think that will happen.
I know. I'm not talking about it happening. I'm just talking about the cultural diversity. The cultural, economic, and social diversity.
Though, that's great. Just seeing every type of culture just walk around, that'd be kind of cool, honestly.
No, most states are kind of homogeneous.
That'd be less cool then.
No, the thing about this thing is we hate each other. Each state hates each other. Okay.
Yeah, if we're all accepting of one another, that'd be way better though, honestly.
See, if
we did it, racism is no more.
Yeah, that's it. That'd be like, That'd be like we've achieved peak humanity. What?
Yeah.
No, see, think about Indian racism is it's weird. It's like weird. Like for example, my state, we have a culture of hospitality. As in, even if we don't like the person, we'll be nice to the person, but we won't like the person.
Yeah, that's the same over here. I mean, I don't like my neighbors, and if they piss me off, yeah, of course I'm gonna be angry. I can't legally do anything. I'll just keep on trying to be nice, but yeah.
So I mean that doesn't happen. I mean behind closed doors, they'll be like, go back where you came from. But when they visit as a guest, you gotta be nice to them. But if they're your co-worker, you can be racist to him or her. That's how it is over here. It's weird. It's like really weird.
Okay. By the way, is it true though that in India the cows are holy or something?
Okay, for certain religious groups, yes.
It's yes?
Yeah, for certain religious groups.
Okay. For certain groups.
For certain Hindu sects, the cow's holy.
Ah, okay.
Well, in my state,
So no McDonald's done.
I see, my state, you can eat beef. There's no issue.
Okay, good.
Like I just had a beef taco before the stream, so it's
I
fine.
love hamburgers though. I don't want to give hamburgers up if I am ever gonna visit you or something.
I see, in my state, right now, right before the stream, I had a beef taco, so it's fine.
Nice though. Beef taco.
No, but meanwhile, in some states, I'll be lynched if they figure out I did that.
Yeah.
It's like it's an entire continent. I don't know how else to put it. It's a continent that decided to become a country one fine day.
Yeah. By the way, now we're talking about the diversity between countries and all. What is some dish you would recommend to other countries that has been originated from your country? Like something that's typically Indian and you definitely would recommend.
I would say there's a dish called tandoori chicken. It's cooked in a clay oven. Not from my state, up north, but really good.
Okay.
And if you're good with spicy food, there's a dish from my state called chettinad chicken. Really
I'm
spicy.
not good with spicy food. I'm not good with spicy food at all.
It's like really spicy. You need like a gallon of milk right next to you to finish this.
Oh no! Not imagine as well me being Dutch and all. I can't handle spicy food. Dutch people can handle spicy food. I can't even handle Dutch spicy food, which is really mild compared to
I'm
yours.
not Dutch spicy food. I'm like someone gave me like, what is this? And I asked for spicy, not mild.
Spice at all.
Then what else is there? Like, there's something called paneer butter masala, which you might like. It's not too spicy. It's not too bland. It's somewhere in the middle.
Okay. But is it spicy for Dutch people?
Yeah, it'll be spicy for you guys. That much I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
See,
you know, like you know what I'm gonna do? I wanna do like a candy review or something with you sometime. So I'll send you just like a box of food from my country, like candies and chips and stuff. I'm gonna add some hot chips in there. Well, they're hot for us, but not for you.
Okami, it's a great idea, but customs takes a longer time over here. So by the time it comes to me, they will have eaten half of it.
Oh yeah, God damn it, I forgot. I'll just send sugary stuff so it won't go spoiled or something.
Okay, so if you send it now, we'll reconvene after, let's say, 2 months.
I suppose, I'm not sure.
I mean, it takes about 2 months for it to get processed completely.
That's so long, holy shit. Hopefully the border checks don't eat the stuff.
No, see, think about the border checks. It's like we have like 3 border checks. One is when it enters the country. One, it leaves the state of point of entry. Other one is when it enters my state.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
And each one of them will take their own sweet ass time to figure out what's happening.
Yeah.
It's it's weird. And like so, for example, and the thing is, at each point, a different organization handles the logistics. Like for example, my dad sent me a couple of documents from the Middle East. Okay, from there to Mumbai, that's where it landed, was one logistics agency. From Mumbai, that's a state called Maharashtra, to the border of Maharashtra, different agency, different company that handle logistics. From that border to the border of my state, which is down south, another company. From the border of my state to the border of my city, a different company. And from the border of my city to my place, a different company.
Oh god, that's a lot.
So this is like a strategy where they use to increase employment. All you have to do is outsource everything, and you have this. So what could have been done by, let's say, one company has been done by 5 companies right now.
Yeah.
So you technically increase the employment by 5 times.
Oh Jesus Christ! It's good that everybody gets a job though. Or
Yeah,
you mean
everyone gets a job, but it's a shitty job. I know engineering. I know engineering kids who finish engineering school do DoorDash, and they didn't equal to DoorDash.
Okay.
Like I had an Uber driver who was more educated than me. I'm like shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like there's more people than jobs over here, and the sad thing is, the jobs ain't that good. Like I'm thankful that I'm in a pretty comfy position, but
yeah.
It's
By
like,
the way, do you know any Dutch dish? By the way,
can't remember any of the names, but I've seen pics of them.
Okay, let me this one.
And Dad's kind of bought some of them for me when he used to go to UK. He used to stop by Amsterdam. No, yeah,
You've been there?
No, I haven't been there.
Oh, nice.
No, my dad studied in London, so he had to drop by Amsterdam every now and then.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen this. I've seen this. In fact, I've cooked this. Is it a potato-based dish?
There can be potatoes in there. Yeah. And then there's a thing very common about for people in scholarships, like they're following school and all.
Okay.
For frikandel broodje, there you go. Frikandel broodje.
Yeah, I've actually had all of these.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've had these.
Did you have stroopwafel?
I see, the thing is, I don't know the names.
Oh, it's like a waffle with soft, sweet stuff
inside, in the middle, stuffing, soft and sweet.
Yeah, stuffing. In the middle. Yeah.
I've had it. I've had this. Yes, there's surprisingly a lot of Dutch food in this country as well.
Okay. Oh, and there's 2 more. There is a hagelslag. It's chocolate sprinkles for on bread.
I think I got it in one of the local donut places. Not sure.
This one? Yeah, you can just buy chocolate sprinkles for on ice cream, but this is for on bread for some reason.
Yeah, I've had this in one of the local donut places.
Okay. And there's also bitterballen.
Okay, and what's
it's like little balls of meat and all mashed together basically, and then air fried or put in
it's a meatball.
A kind of meatball, but it's not only meat. It's like same for frikandel.
Okay.
Like the frikandel broodje. It's the sausage in there. It's made of several types of meat, and nobody exactly knows what's in there at all.
I think, eat it anyway. Do the Germans have something similar?
I don't know. They have bratwurst too.
Because I remember cooking a German dish that was similar to this.
Could be. I don't know. We often don't make our own bitterballs of frikandel.
Okay.
But there is a how do you call it? Rookwurst or braadwurst or something, which is a big sausage, and they just fry it or smoke it or something.
Oh yeah, I used to get it. I still get it, but it's where my dad lives. My parents live.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, they live in the Middle East and surprisingly get good stuff there. Good European stuff there.
Oh, nice. There's also this German dish, which is schnitzel.
Yeah, and I've heard of it, and I've had it.
I love it so much. It's so nice. And it might be one of the only reasons I got the first vaccination, and according so far, I'm planning on getting the second and the booster as well. The only reason is because I just want to go to Germany again.
Okay.
But Germany won't just allow it, and the only reason I didn't get it is because it got pushed so hard and so fast, right? As in, just get it. Come on, get your vaccination already. Come on, get your. It's like, why would I if you're gonna push me? If it's so good, why should you push me then?
The thing is, my take is, I've taken both 2 doses in a booster, and I can tell you, it's effective.
Yeah.
And
I suppose so. I'm not sure because I didn't have any COVID yet. I didn't have COVID at all.
No, I got I've had COVID as well, and I can tell you it's not something pretty.
No, that's fair.
No, but think about me is I took all the doses, so it wasn't that dangerous. Just it was annoying. It was a mild inconvenience for me, but
yeah,
it's better to take the vaccine.
Oh yeah, that's fair. But I was just kind of scared of not necessarily vaccine. I just don't like needles.
Oh, okay. Just look the other way. My stance is just look the other way.
It's difficult. The other reason is that if the country seems to find out they can just push anything upon us, right? Like just go get vaxxed, like they say that, right? And everybody does it, as if we're just mindless or something, instead of just thinking for our own. It's kind of scary for some reason.
Oh god.
Like it felt like a dictatorship if they were going through it with every single step. Like if we're gonna get like 15 boosters or something, right? People are making jokes about
maximum they'll give you is 2. It won't go up to 15.
Yeah, but the thing is, they just first of all they said like, oh, there's one vaccine and then it's done, and it's okay, fine, I'll take it in a few years. This is the few years, but still, like 2 or 3 years I've waited. And then there's another vaccine and a booster. It's like, wait, hold up, where's the first vaccine gone to? Yeah, you still get that one as well. Wait, hold up. that wasn't the description of getting the vaccine. No, it's like kind of miscommunication and stuff like that. It's so stupid.
See, I can give a different take. Like for example, anti-vaccine is pretty common over here, to the point where people would rather die of COVID than take the vaccine. And in cases like that, forcing them would be better than you get what I mean, right?
Yeah. I mean, India is very densely populated as well, so I kind of feel like why India would force it.
No, they're not forcing it.
I know, but I kind of feel like if they would want to, they could do it because of the
they should do it. It's like they should do it, but they can't do it because
of the law and all.
No. One is the law because you can't force a person to do. Like many people take the religious card. They're like, it's against my religion. I'm like, which? I see. The thing is, I'm like, I'm not religious. I'm not a religious person, but I've studied multiple religions.
Yeah.
And never in any religion have I ever heard someone say that you should not take the vaccine.
Yeah, that's kind of confusing.
Like my uncle, not related to me by blood, a pure anti-vaxxer.
Yeah. Okay.
So according to him, he's an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah. Okay. That can be. I don't mind that though. Don't worry. It's more or less. It's just scary.
Now think about him being he's not just an anti-vaxxer. The thing about the anti-vaxxer movement in India, at least the ones I've seen, is they kind of lean towards extreme nationalism. I don't know how else to put it.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what nationalism is.
No, like I mean, how to put that, like India for Indians, everything bad was because of the Europeans. That's all good. Those are people.
Oh.
I'm like it's been like I don't know 70, 80 years since that happened. Are you gonna give up on that?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like
people still get angry like for all the countries war crimes and all, and that all the countries just sitting there like, wait, we didn't do that though. That was the previous us.
No, see, the thing about bringing up the past is like, see, like I think like I put maybe I'm gonna get banned from Turkey if I say this.
And next question is.
Okay, I'll just say it in a really less controversial way. Acknowledging the past isn't a problem. Just don't use it as an excuse.
Yeah, that's fair.
Acknowledge the past. Accept that yes, we did some shit. Like I can tell you, my country's done some shit. Every country's done some shit. Admit it, accept it, but do not use some other countries' actions as an excuse, like past actions, let's say 100 years ago or 500 years ago. as an excuse to, you know.
Like 100 years ago is already a long time, and if you haven't done anything about it yet, like try to get money from the state because they did something terrible, for example, you didn't try that yet, and they didn't accept it yet. I feel like you can continue it, but otherwise just roll with it.
Maybe I'm too Indian to understand, but the state gives you money for past transgressions.
Yeah,
they do.
Like the Netherlands actually had a I don't know, remember what country it was, but there was a country we invaded a few 10-ish years ago. Not 10 years ago, but like a few tens of years ago.
Okay.
And we just butchered everyone. And there was a few survivors, and one of the survivors actually came to the Netherlands a few tens of times years later.
Okay.
To speak for his country and to say, give us something to compensate for that, because we couldn't defend they couldn't defend themselves. The soldiers were given the order to just butcher everyone. They found like children, women, everything, and they just did. And it's like, wow, okay. And that one survivor just hid in the blood and in the carnage of other people from the same country he was from. And eventually, I think the Netherlands actually said like, no, we don't do that anymore, because that was not us. That was like the different state.
It was a different regime.
Exactly. And they just wanted him out of the way or something. It's like, no, we're not gonna give you money for your country. What the hell? It's like, yeah, but and meanwhile I'm here like, yeah, but you kind of realize this is for compensation, right? You did this as a country, not necessarily as a person.
Yeah.
So in this case, I kind of feel like they should have given compensation to the country, and a big one as well.
I mean, this case, it makes sense. It does.
Yeah.
I mean, like situations like, let's say, when did the Brits invade us? Quite a long time ago. I'm not talking about monetary compensation. I'm just saying that everything bad is because of the Brits. That's a common excuse over here.
Okay.
I won't say among all Indians. I mean, it's among extreme conservative circles. It's common to blame the Brits. I'd be like, if the Brits did not invade, we would have been a great country. I'm like, bro, that was like 300 years ago. Are you still gonna bring that up?
But I kinda this might sound racist, I'm not sure, but the thing is, as people just keep saying stuff like, how do I put this? Like people get angry at like full on white people, right?
Yeah. It's something similar to that.
Because of slaves and all, and then they like, have you seen videos like people just screaming at white people saying like, you were like my mother was in the slave, I don't know how to call it, like she was a slave. Yeah, exactly, like she was in the slave trade as a slave, and it's like, bro, what?
A mother, that's not possible. Most probably grandmother or great grandmother.
Yeah, exactly. Like probably great grandmother at maximum.
Yeah.
I'm not sure though, but yeah, it's kind of confusing that people just.
See, the thing is, it's like
try to take that as an excuse to their way or something.
No, it's a recent movement where they just blame the white man.
Yeah.
I'm like.
And meanwhile, I'm here. It's like, wait, what did we do?
What did I do? I didn't do it.
I didn't do jack shit with slave trade.
I didn't do jack shit. I don't know any of this. No,
I don't even know where your grandma is.
No, see, the thing about that is, like, one thing I've noticed is, the problem with that, like, putting all the blame on, let's say, a specific group, like in this case, white people, is you kind of brush over all the crimes every other group has committed.
Exactly. Just grab all the bad stuff they did instead of the good stuff, and then just put me in the group as well for some reason, even though
you weren't even born then. You weren't even born then.
Exactly. I wasn't born in the 18th century when the golden age of the Netherlands was there. Like, oh yeah, let's go slave trade and all. You know, I wasn't born then. That wasn't me. Like, what? I didn't do jack shit with slave trade, and yet they kept getting aggressive, right? Like, oh, you can't you can't do stuff like that. It's like, but I'm just walking here. What the hell is your problem?
See, thing is, like, what happens is this kind of whitewashes history. Like, I can tell you my ancestors have done a lot of shit. Like, that makes you guys seem like that makes your ancestors seem like extremely civilized people. My ancestors have done a lot of shit like that. But the problem is, like, first of all, I don't think like the current generation of people should be blamed for their ancestors' crimes.
Yeah, like, I get that they're angry and all, and that they feel suppressed because of the stories maybe they've been told by their parents or something. But just look at what you have, though, instead of what you don't have.
No, see,
And
one
be happy with that instead.
No, not just that. Like, one place is that what are you gonna achieve by screaming at a random white person right now? Just because their ancestors enslaved your ancestors, it's not gonna like.
Yeah, it's not gonna make any sense for most of the people there, and you just seem like an idiot at that point.
It's not gonna solve anything. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not relevant as well because it's been there. Yeah, sure, but you can change it. It won't make a change if you're gonna
the best thing that they can do is cooperate with all the groups. You know, make racism a thing of the past.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't know. It's so stupid. I get that. Of course, the N-word is bad. You shouldn't use it.
Okay. Let's not go there. I don't want to.
Exactly. I know. Don't worry. But I kind of feel like the people that said it was bad was back in the day, right? When that was a common thing as a slur and all. But words can change, and I feel like you should. Of course, you shouldn't use it. That's fair. Let's make sure we all agree on that. But more or less in the sense of just try to not use it in an offensive manner, and it kind of be good, I suppose.
So the thing about, let's say, slurs is like, my country has a lot of slurs. Okay, it's like against each other, and my group. I'm actually, to put it lightly, I'm of mixed heritage, but all the ethnic groups I'm related to are linked to one specific slur, which I won't say it's similar to N-word because it doesn't have the same level of historical, oppression as that word, but it's still a slur. Like what I'm trying to say is that, like, given that it's had a lot of historical context, adding it as, let's say, something that should be accepted would kind of hurts everyone that it was used against. And
not necessarily accept it though, but more as in just try to not use it as an insult.
I mean, the best way would be to not use it at all.
That would be the best, yes, for sure.
Because
people just don't like it. It's same with how do you call it? I forgot the name though. There was a word in Dutch for people on the North or South Pole, I don't know. And that's just a common word in Dutch, but if you say that to those people, like it's a part of it's a group of people, right, that live there. And if you use it there, that the same word we just teach children, right? It's actually a slur over there. You just I forgot the word though, but there's a word we often use for people that live in snow and all. And if you use that word, it'll be an insult for some reason. And I don't get why we get teach that stuff. It's kind of weird because it's a common word as well for us.
Okay. So that thing about, let's say people who have been oppressed with said word, them using that word, is it kind of gives them a level of control, as in it kind of gives them a level of closure. Like, yes, our ancestors were oppressed with this word, but we have taken control.
That seems fair. Yeah, I can see why they would do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's but in the end, the simplest thing is racism is bad. We don't need racism. And another thing is, if you look at any group, any ethnic group, any historic country, any group of people, their ancestors were worse than them. I think we can all agree upon that.
Yeah, the vote has improved a lot, and even if people think, "Oh no, the vote's not perfect," of course it's not perfect, but at least we don't have like full-on slave trade. We don't have colonization. We don't have, I don't know, like
genocide. No, we still have genocides, but not as common as what it used to be.
Exactly, stuff like that, or the illness.
Black Death,
almost entire Europe.
The world is a better place, and
Yeah.
I think I know this is a controversial take, but don't glorify the past.
Yeah, just let the past be and just try to make the
learn
best
from
out
the
of it.
past, but don't glorify it, because if you dig deep enough, all our ancestors were bad people.
Yeah, that's fair, I suppose.
Yeah,
Like
all our ancestors.
at least some ancestor has done something bad. That's for sure.
I would say most of my ancestors would have done something bad. I don't want to dig too deep into it. Like,
That's okay. That's okay.
like the thing is, it's like, see, it's normally associated that people of, let's say, European heritage tend to have ancestors who have done bad stuff, but I can guarantee that that's not the case. All of
Yeah.
ancestors have done something bad. If you go far enough,
Yeah.
one of your ancestors was a genocidal maniac.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's gotta be the case at some point. I mean, this like how many people, how many generations have been there? I don't know. Too many to count, probably. Or well, not too many to count, but there's a lot
Yeah.
for sure.
And another thing is, do not feel guilty for your ancestors' crimes. That's my take
Yeah,
on it.
because it wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
My doing. I didn't have a say in it. So yeah, there you go.
And see, it's outside your control. Learn from their mistakes. Don't do the same things.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be a dick like them. But
Exactly. Just make the world better than you found it.
yeah, that's it. Like as humans, I'd say we have a responsibility to make the world a better place.
Yeah.
As in what? Don't be a homophobe. Don't be a dick. Don't be a sexist. Don't be a racist.
Yeah, stuff like that. Just don't be a dick.
Hey, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Oh, and then something completely out of the blue, something completely different from the past few topics.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you ever heard about Jan Sloth Encoding?
Young what?
Jan Sloth Encoding.
No, it's new to me. Go ahead about it.
Hold up, let me Google it real quick. There was a guy named Jan Sloth. He made a encoding, I believe, back in the 1999. Yeah, so he died 11 July 1999.
Okay.
And the thing he made was a piece of software that would encode any image, any software, any predetermined
media
something
file.
like a picture. Yeah, exactly. Media file or executable file or stuff like that. He would encode it and compress it by 100 or 1,000 times.
Wow.
And it was so good. It worked perfectly. At least that's what he said before he tried to sell it to Philips, I believe, or Samsung. Philips, I believe.
Okay, so is it a scam or is it not a scam?
We don't know. That's the thing. He died the day he had the deal to sell it to Philips.
Now that's interesting.
His secret is forever ever gone. We don't know.
You know what? This is like.
Yeah.
This is like one of those conspiracy theory stories. I think I have to make an entire video, like a deep dive on this, like not a stream, a video on this. Like,
it's like it's something interesting for another stream. Maybe you just can't go through Wikipedia or something. I don't know, but it seemed really cool because if you had like a 1 gigabyte file, right, it would have been 100 MBs or like 10 MBs or something. It was so good. At least that's what he said it was. I'm not sure though if it was true because, well, he died before he could show it to, well, anyone actually. That'd be kind of cool though.
No, see, if he had done it,
that would have actually been working. That'd be so amazing.
No, that would revolutionize the software industry as a whole.
Oh yeah, for sure. That would be great for, well, not great for how do you call it? Like media safe, like HDD or SSD developers. Like it wouldn't be good for them, but it would have been good for the greater good, right? Like for the part of humanity.
See, when you do when you develop something, there's always going to be someone who loses to it because of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That shouldn't stop progress.
But imagine if you could put like 10 gigabytes instead of 10 gigabytes now, like
1 GB,
1 gigabyte of like 1 over 0.1 GB or something, right? It's like 10 or 1,000 times between the somewhere. It would have been smaller, like at least 100 times often.
Yeah, and it'll be really easy to store lots of data.
Exactly. And would it have been fast? I don't know if it would be fast. Like faster to read and all. No. So we could have just keep on using SSDs, for example, as well. But they would have been just
Now think about that.
maybe faster to read and write.
Think about us. We never know. We'll never know. Mostly.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah,
But
sadly
I
we'll never know.
kind of find it very interesting because, well,
It
it's
is.
very
It
interesting
is. And thank you for bringing this information up. I have to look into it.
Yeah, I'll send you the name as well.
Go ahead. Now,
Cool.
that word,
There you go.
God. Jan's Tooth.
Yeah, he's a Dutchman as well.
Yeah, name sounds Dutch. Extremely Dutch.
Yeah.
It's like the most Dutch name I've heard.
Yeah. And another topic I found quite interesting over the past few weeks. There's been videos, not of course actual, but like how do you call it? Like edited videos, right? Of people standing on like a mountaintop or something and seeing a biblically accurate angel. And something really cool about those things. I don't know why, but they just seem really scary because of the amount of eyes and wings and all.
Okay,
But
so
at the same time, it's I don't know, it's kind of confusing and at the same time kind of intriguing for some reason because angels is supposed to be good, right?
See, think about biblically accurate angels are the eldritch abominations.
Yeah, exactly. They kind of seem like that, but heavenly for some reason. But then again, as soon as you think about the statement that God and Satan have, right? Like what they're there for. Like Satan his name is Lucifer and he's sent to hell or something.
Depends on which version of Satan we're talking about.
That's right, like the Christian version.
The Christian meaning which one? Are we going with the standard Catholic Protestant one, or are we going to go for the more obscure ones?
I don't know. I just know there's Satan and he's called Lucifer.
Okay,
I didn't know there was multiple things though.
No, because if you take the earliest Hebrew texts, Satan is not an individual being. It's actually a title given to an angel with the shittiest job on the planet.
Oh.
So the job of the Satan, not Satan, the Satan, it's like a title, is to tempt humans to test the resolve.
Oh wow.
Not exactly an evil being, basically an agent of God sent to test humans.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool though, honestly.
And the concept of the evil Satan was more of a Persian thing mixed in with late Jewish, early Christian texts.
Okay.
Like an equivalent to God.
That's pretty cool though. I didn't know that. That's rad though.
And the concept of, let's say, Lucifer being thrown out. Wait a minute, I have that book here.
Yeah, like Lucifer got thrown out of heaven or something.
Okay, that's not from the Bible. That's from a poem called Paradise Lost.
It's from a poem.
Yeah, called Paradise Lost. I have a copy of it right here. So I can remember.
Oh no way!
It's from a poem called Paradise Lost, which was accepted by the church as canon.
Oh wow!
Because it took like multiple Christian folk stories and merged it into one concise storyline.
So they just changed their belief and history of it.
The thing about beliefs is it's never consistent. It always changes as time goes on.
That's fair. But as in, I didn't know that these things were first like a completely other thing, right? I expected it to be this way, but I didn't know how it first was because I just didn't know.
And think about, angels looking like humans it came in quite late.
Yeah.
And even let's say more, how about less of canon, more of urban myth when it comes to Christianity. Like let's say the Holy Grail.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Christian. That's like the least Christian thing you can think of.
Okay.
Because Yeah, go ahead.
Well, now I forgot. I forgot. Okay, never mind. You go ahead.
Okay, so the Holy Grail, like the one from legend, the one that's supposed to give you immortality, that's like the least Christian thing you can think of.
Okay.
It's actually a Celtic pagan myth which was adopted by the Christians. Like European Christians. So what happens is when you assimilate other cultures into your belief, some of their beliefs kind of seep in.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. That's what happened. I can say
because I came up with this because of a few videos I saw, and before COVID, pre-COVID, I had a few people that wanted to get me into believing, right, like in God and all, but I don't.
Okay.
I'm not good
There's
with like
there's nothing wrong
relation
with that.
deities and all. Yeah. So, but they found that I was very intrigued by the stories and all. So I just kept on rambling and stuff. And I don't know if I ever got to the part right that everybody wants to tell these people I don't know, like Jehovah
Yeah,
getuigen
Jehovah
is
is
what
God. It's the Hebrew word for
like
God.
Jehovah. Yeah, and then getuige is like somebody that witnessed it, like Jehovah Witness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah.
Jehovah is
So
with the
to Jehovah,
you got mixed into that, didn't you? Okay.
yeah, I'm just really confused sometimes with the English language. But anyway, so two Jehovah Witnesses came to my door a few times especially after the first time. And I don't know if I ever got to the part asking them no, not if, but why God would give children cancer and all, because there's people that honestly believe that's their fate or something.
No, see, thing is like,
And
I
that's
believe.
so
See,
confusing.
you're asking the wrong people. Jehovah's Witnesses are. I'm sorry to any Jehovah's Witnesses on chat, but they are. Albert, they do not stick to the mainstream Christian faith.
There's multiple. Yeah, I
No,
know there's
Jehovah's
multiple.
Witness.
How do you call it? There's like two or something. I
No,
know of at least.
no. See,
But
the thing about Jehovah's Witnesses is they are fundamentalist Christians.
Okay.
To put it lightly. Like
Okay.
their take is that the cross isn't a holy symbol. It's a corruption. It's a corrupt symbol of the devil or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't want to get too much into them because they knock on doors, so they could knock over my door. But it's like their beliefs are not the mainstream.
Okay.
And I'm not a religious person, but I'm not religious, but I'm making a point to learn their faith, understand their faith before
Yeah, exactly.
And the funny thing is, every person who tried to convert me runs the opposite direction because I actually enjoy having conversations with people who try to convert.
Yeah, me too. Because honestly, it's kind of intriguing what they believe, right? Because they just have this entirely different vision of the world and of what is real and what's not.
From my understanding, maybe I'm the one who's wrong. Maybe they're right, or maybe I'm wrong, or both of us are wrong. So
yeah, exactly. Like they could be right. Whoever knows, or we're both right and they're both a little wrong at the same time. Who knows?
See, my take is
maybe there's like a simulation or something we're living in. I don't know. Like the Matrix is real.
Oh yeah, think about the simulation theories, Mama. I think it's more of a paradox when it comes to simulation, doesn't it? If you've lived in
you could put a simulation inside the simulation again, and then another simulation. Like, whoa.
I mean, however, my take would be like, if you've lived in a simulation your entire life, how do you know what the real world is?
Yeah, exactly. And wouldn't real life outside this simulation, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't physics work completely different, or would they be exactly the same? Like they would look for a solution to something, and they would just make a simulation, speed it up a bunch of hundreds of times, right? Just to make sure that there's a civilization somewhere in their simulation that finds a solution to their problem they're having right now. And I kind of feel like that's a pretty cool idea or something. And I've never heard actually somebody talk about that, but yeah, it kind of seems cool.
It's possible. In fact, there is theoretically possible to create mini universes.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, we have accidentally created mini universes, so.
Like timelines, you mean?
No, not like a timeline.
Timelines.
No, you recreate the Big Bang in a controlled environment.
Yeah, like black holes and all, and then just happens really fast inside that Big Bang.
So what at that moment, theoretically speaking, they can create a universe on its own. A micro universe on its own.
Exactly. Like if you set off a nuke, who knows? Maybe there's a universe in there.
It's like however, these are stuff that if you think too much, your head starts hurting. But it's a really interesting take.
Yeah, I like these kind of theories, right? Yeah. Like for example, the one I just talked about, like if there's some problem in the real world, and they just make a simulation of a simulation of a simulation, speed those up a bunch of times to find the solution for that problem. Who knows? Maybe they just make like tens of millions of simulations at the same time. I mean, that's the parallel universe or something.
And think about it, like even if hypothetically it's like we are living in a simulation, or let's say the Matrix movie was on the mark. We are living in a simulation.
Yeah.
Like even if you escape the simulation, how can your mind comprehend that you're now left the simulation?
I don't know. Honestly.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's one thing the movie the movie never addressed.
Yeah, exactly. Like they just think about something and it happens. Isn't there like a security thingy that should be done, like a hyper intelligent AI that just creates some simulation? Everybody believes it's real. Like there's something wrong there in the movie.
No, see, okay, the movie, like things, they actually like the Wachowski siblings actually wanted to address that, but the producers were like, nah, people are too dumb to understand this.
Yeah, that's fair because, well, I mean, it's still like an action movie. If
okay, Okami, I'm actually getting a call. I'll just be right back. Give me a minute.
Oh, okay. Hello, chat. How are you doing? I've been watching you. Okay, Emma. Bye. Chat felt silent. Can the side chat or no?
Sorry about that.
Oh, are you back? Oh yeah.
I'm back. So yeah, like what was it? Yeah, the Matrix. The thing about that was, like initially, the reason the machines were enslaving humans wasn't because they were using us as batteries.
Yeah, because that would be
the dumbest idea.
That would be kind of very inefficient. Honestly, I think that if you were able to run software on brains of humans, that would be far better.
Yeah, that was the original storyline.
Was the original storyline?
That was the original storyline. They're actually using the human brains to compute the Matrix. Like all the processes are being run through the human brain.
Yeah, and then through that you could put on like warmth and all, like cooling systems, and maybe if they got enough heat or something out of those. Because honestly, if you simulate like an entire, I don't know, world or anything at all, it's gonna require lots of energy.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna require a lot of computing power as well.
Yeah, so brain's gonna create lots of energy and lots of heat and stuff, and you can kind of create a battery, or not battery, more of a boiler out of it.
No, the most efficient way, in that extremely macabre, the hypothetical situation, the best way would be for the machines to use geothermal thermal energy, then use humans for brain power.
Yeah.
That was the original storyline, but the studio was like, nah, the audience is too dumb.
Also, isn't there like a nuclear energy? Isn't that like the best energy in the world or something?
Yeah, that in fact, like since we're going with the Matrix, yeah, for a civilization of machines, that'll be the best way.
But wouldn't it also be kind of the worst? Since radiation also changes digits and all?
Yeah, but that's for organic life. We're talking about a civilization of machines.
I know. But radiation also changes digits inside computers.
Yeah.
Because there was a...
Yeah, but think about the Matrix world is the surface where the machines live is already irradiated. So, hypothetically, the machines have figured out a way to overcome that.
Honestly, also if they're like running the Matrix on, the simulation on the brains of computers, of humans, wouldn't that mean like they could just rewrite a human's brain into thinking I'm a robot, beep boop and all, and then just do their job instead?
Yeah, that's how some humans are programmed in the Matrix. The entire life is pre-programmed.
Yeah.
There was another really interesting theory from the Matrix was that it's actually a nested simulation. Like what you mentioned earlier, it's a simulation within a simulation.
Yeah.
But that's what I expect. That's what I wanted the sequel, the new movie to explore. But let's just say it was a disappointment.
Yeah, I heard a lot about like, it's bad and all. I don't know why though, but
it's like it felt like a cash grab.
Ah, okay.
I felt they didn't go deep. They didn't explore. They didn't bring up anything. It's just a rehash of the old movie. Just that all the actors are older. And the newer version of the the AI that developed the Matrix it's dumbed down considerably.
Ah, okay.
And I'm like, what the fuck
Yeah,
is this?
that's not fun.
What the
The
fuck is
cash
this
grab
shit?
indeed.
See, I like Keanu, really nice guy, a pretty good actor, but come on, what the fuck is this shit?
I mean, to be fair, same with computers, right? If the computer just functions, but you give it a bad script or something, and the script doesn't work, the computer does fine.
Yeah.
Your script doesn't.
Yeah.
Same with actors. This actor does fine. Yeah, I mean, he does his best job he can, but
Yeah,
if your script is trash or your movie is trash, yeah, there you go.
So it's like, he has to work with what he's got.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're still trying their best, I hope, at least, instead of just
No, see, it's more like from my understanding, both the Wachowski, like only one of the two siblings was involved. And from my understanding, she was kind of forced into it because the studio wanted to make a sequel.
Oh wow!
They're like, we want money. Like, this did well, so we want money.
Yeah.
And I'm quite sure whatever she wrote was heavily restricted.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks because you're taking.
That sucks. Yeah.
You're just ripping the creative control from the creator's own work. She did it. She and her are they both women? She and her sister both worked on it.
Okay.
And now take it away from them. It's like it's a parody of what it used to be. And I was like, I know I'm getting a bit too passionate about this, but I was disappointed.
Yeah, that's fair. Especially if it's indeed like money grab full on.
Yeah.
But just I don't know.
And see, like Matrix 2 and 3 people are like, yeah, it kind of sucks there, but I won't say it sucks. It's just a bit too exposition. It's like an exposition dump, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
But this one doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's fair. Damn. I haven't watched it yet, so but I don't think I will.
The sequel or the original trilogy?
The original trilogy, I haven't watched all of the movies. I think I've watched the first one back in the day.
Okay. The second one, third one get much slower. As in, it's like too much exposition.
Yeah. And then the third one was okay again, and then the fourth is non-existent according to fans. Then.
Yeah, see, the first one was great, the second was meh, third one was okay.
Yeah, and then fourth doesn't exist.
Yeah, that doesn't exist. We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
But they're gonna make a sequel from the fourth one.
Okay.
Because they made a shit ton of money, they want more money.
Yeah, that's fair. They always want more money. It's always the answer to questions, though.
Yeah,
why do you do this?
What makes them see that? Like, I'm not gonna complain about that. What makes the world go around? Money. Plus that.
Yeah, I mean it's true for some reason. It's stupid though. I hate it.
Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I hate it. It's like a weird mix.
Nah, I don't like it. It's more or less like. How do you call it? I get why it's handy in some cases, right? But I more or less like the fact that if people actually want to do something for their money, they just have to show their skills.
Oh yeah,
if your only skills just sit there and be lucky.
See, that I agree. That I agree. You have to work for your money.
Yeah. I mean, of course, if you can't work for your money, that's fine. You'll get taken care of. That's totally okay. Because if you're crippled or something,
see, that's fine. That's okay. That's like governmental support. That's fine. I mean,
exactly.
I mean, just how to put, shaking your legs and expecting money. Now, go fuck yourself. You don't need.
Exactly. Like, oh, you're doing such a good job. Praise, and then it's like, but you didn't do anything. Oh, if you're fired, okay, thanks, I suppose.
Oh yeah, what's it called? The golden parachute. If you're high enough, they'll give you money if you're fired.
Yeah, it kind of works like that nowadays. I feel like.
It's actually been there for quite some time. It's called the golden parachute. So what happens is, if you're a company CEO or something like that, you get fired.
Yeah.
You have something called a golden parachute, where they give you a shit ton of money if they fire you.
Oh, that's nice though.
Yeah, but the thing about that is you need to you have to reach that position and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's right. But it's still not like a nice thing that if they don't like you, for example, and they just want to fire you, but they don't have a real reason why.
That's the reason this was invented. But the problem with this is right now what they do is some CEO does some shady shit.
Yeah.
And then he gets fired, but he gets a shit ton of money when he resigns or gets fired.
Yeah, exactly. Like a friend of mine, an old friend of mine, he worked at a bakery a few states, well, not states, but like cities away from mine.
Okay.
And his boss and him were such good friends.
Okay.
But the CEO, oh no, like it's like like multiple buildings, right? Like they have like it's a big like big company
Okay.
of bakeries, multiple bakeries across the country. And one of them, he works with his boss, and the boss and him like each other. Like
Okay.
they're just really good friends. But
Okay.
the CEO of the entire company just doesn't like my friend in general. He tries and keeps trying to fire him for no apparent reason.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Yeah, and it's I hate that so much. And yeah, okay, to be fair, he did kind of do drugs and all, but he was steady in it. And I don't know how about now, but last time a friend of mine saw him, he was just drunk walking across the street. So I kind of feel bad for him because I haven't had contact with him in years.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But yeah, it's sad. I hope he's doing okay though.
No, it's a tough
That'd be
life.
nice. Yeah. Oh well.
Oh, well,
He'll be fine. He's a strong guy, so he'll be fine for sure.
that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Anyway, like, thing is, I have a cup of tea ready. I have to go get it. So, do you want to
Yeah,
continue
that's okay.
now? Or we'll take like a 5-minute break?
Yeah, we can take a break if you want.
Oh, cool. I'll just go finish my cup of tea and be back. I actually got a call
Yes,
about that.
yes.
My grandma who lives with me, she calls me up because it's like 2 floors where we live. I live above and she just called me. She's like, your tea's ready. Come get it. I'm like, okay. Give me 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's okay.
Cool,
I'll
cool.
see you in a bit.
I'll just switch the pause screen and let's say we get back in, let's say 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 to 5 minutes somewhere. Yeah, that's okay.
Cool.
Just let me know. Just ping me or something, and I'll be there as fast as I can.
Oh, cool. All right.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
See you soon.
Bye.
Yes. Hey, I have chips as well, so I might be a little bit cringy on the mic. But if I remember good that Discord should suppress that, so don't worry. It's not gonna be the ASMR stream. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, my keyboard's already messed, so I don't care anymore. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just that's Mhm. That's fair. Yeah, my laptop is echt is a real mess right now, so yeah. That's fair, that's fair. Ah, okay. That's okay though. As long as it just does the thing you need it to do, so it's fine, right? Exactly. Shouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Mhm. Oh, yeah. Yes, same here. Or IT as well. You get just yeah, exactly. You just get like a laptop or a desktop assigned or something. Oh, that's still handy. Yeah. Um, mm. Oh, yeah, yeah. Like the what do you call it, how do you call it again? Sorry? Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really limited or something, right? Yeah, yeah. That's fair. Yeah. That's a big laptop or a small laptop, big iPad. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, mhm. Okay. What? Okay. That's pretty nice though. No, I like insurance. Like for example, like the how do you call it? Like e-healthcare and all isn't really free. You pay for it, right? But not that much is all. in one go. Okay, that's nice though, that your job takes care of that. No, not life insurance, like health insurance. Cover. Yeah, nice. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Mhm. Yeah, that's fair. Ah, okay. Oh, they can't hear you on stream or something, they say? Okay. Yeah. I just don't know how jobs in the Netherlands are, mostly because I haven't had a proper one yet. Because yeah. Did I tell you that? Yeah? Like the story? Yeah, that's fair. Damn. I can hear you.
Fuck. I've been switching off the audio input capture of my OBS. Ah, shit. What? Oops.
So we're just
So,
talking about jobs and all a little bit.
so thing is, they could hear you, but not me.
Ah, yeah, that's fair.
Because audio input captures just my mic. You come on the desktop audio, so
Yeah, I know. Okay.
I'm like shit. Oh god.
But, like, hopefully you can hear you now, though.
No, they should be able to. Yeah, they will. So
Oh,
yeah, no, so my first job, they kind of fired me in the middle of the pandemic. Like I was
damn.
visiting my parents, that I just get an email saying you're fired,
Yeah.
which was a violation of Indian law because according the Indian government gave a directive saying you shouldn't fire anyone during the pandemic.
Oh, damn. But then, like, can you go back, though, to just ask for the money?
So what
Like,
happened?
give me money.
No, so what happened was they said we don't have money. Our company's bankrupt. They were lying. So I can't. Like thing is, I could have sued them, but the problem with that is I have to go to court for the next 5 years because by the time a judge looks into it.
5 years.
Courts in India take a shit unless you get into to the Supreme Court, which this one in this case won't go. It'll take forever.
Jesus Christ.
So like, see, thing is, and another thing is, if I take a company to court, most companies, unless it's like a multinational company, the company is as good as dead.
Oh,
Because like the easiest way to kill a company in this country is to take them to court.
yeah.
Because like they end up wasting all the money on legal fees and you bankrupt them. But the problem in a case like this is like with my previous employer was like, sure I could do that. Sure I can take them to court and have the satisfaction of having them file for bankruptcy. But the problem is two things. First is if they file for bankruptcy, I would have just wasted a shit ton of money on legal fees. Because
Yeah.
they can't pay me shit if they don't have money.
Mm.
Like I knew my previous employers' finances. I knew they don't have a sinking fund or anything of that sort. So they're screwed. Like I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Second thing
Oh,
is
I just had a deja vu. Holy shit! Because I think we had this conversation earlier, and then you told me like 5 years, and I was already like, wait, 5 years, son. You get your money back as soon as you win, but if you don't, you lose your money.
see the thing is like for what it works something like that. So and like what happens is the judge decides what let's say I go to them saying that they haven't paid me properly. They fired me during the pandemic. So the judge sits down, goes to all possible scenarios, and then comes to a conclusion that they have to pay me this amount. But independent of that, I have to pay my lawyer. And since courts take a shit ton of time, and like, so what happens is courts normally happen in the morning, and assuming I get a different job, I can't spend my entire day going to court, right? You get what I mean, right? It's like, I called up a lawyer who I knew, he was my friend's dad. I called him up, I told him the entire thing. He said, I can file a case for you, but I'll take a shit ton of time. Do you want to do it? And then he went through the company's finances. He said that, the company's going to file for bankruptcy. The company's always screwed economically. Like, if you do this, you'll just be wasting your money. You'll have the satisfaction of taking them out, but do you think it's worth it? That's what he asked me. And I said, fuck it, it's not worth it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So what I did was I called them up. I said, give me my money, and we came to an agreement that they'll give me a bit of it. I'm like, fuck it. No point taking them on. I just gave them a bad review on Glassdoor.
Yeah.
That's a terrible review. 1 star. I won't recommend it to a friend. And the sad thing is, they only have a 1-star review from me and a 5-star review from someone else, who is a current employee, who is the company's chief operating officer.
Oh my god.
So it's like him patting himself on the back. So it was like so due to that, it became a really sad 3 stars.
Yeah.
So I'm like screwed.
Nice.
And think about that companies. It's like the most. It's an Indian startup. So startups over here are basically Ponzi schemes.
Yeah.
So what you do is you take money from one investor. After a few years, you take money from a different investor, pay them off, and so on. So that scheme, like, I predict the scheme will collapse. But thanks to but due to the pandemic, my calculations were off because the pandemic. These companies played the it's not my fault card. It's more of thanks to the pandemic we messed up. We wouldn't have messed up if everything was fine. So they've kind of increased their timeline of before the investors come knocking on the door.
Yeah. Alright.
But right and now Russia. So investors are really scared right now. They want their money back.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
It's
I had a job a few years ago as a dishwasher.
Okay.
At in the city there was like a little cafe.
Okay.
And I worked there as a dishwasher. And it was all fun and games, right? It's a nice job. Got paid okay-ish, not terribly, but also not really good or something. But as soon as the boss walks in, he just starts screaming at everyone, including the guests and the clients. And
what? Why is he screaming at the guests?
So as soon as he would be there, he would be at work, right?
Yeah.
And he was a chef. He would make the dishes and all.
Okay.
So at some point, somebody ordered a ham and cheese sandwich, but without the ham.
Okay.
And he got mad because then you could have just ordered a bread of cheese or something. I was like, but
the customer's always right, Yeah,
but I know, but in this case, I kind of feel like why you couldn't just order the bread with cheese.
I understand that. I've had a lot of shitty clients. Okay, I understand the frustration of telling them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, but then again, the way of dealing with his clients wasn't the best. He just
that's what I'm saying. Like,
started shouting throughout the kitchen, like, "Why is this stupid moron or something? I don't know. In my restaurant, get him out of here," and stuff like this. I'm actually angry about stuff like this. Like, holy shit, calm
your shit. Dutch Gordon Ramsay is intense. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Yeah, he was actually so upset, and well, to be fair, his company is already going bankrupt at the point I left. So I'm happy with all the money I could get from that job before I actually left.
Grab the bag and risk.
Yeah, so what I did, I went there for one last time, not to work, but more or less to just go there and drop off a little bucket, like a tiny bucket of candy.
Okay.
To give to the former employees. Because the employees were all fine. Everybody was super nice to each other.
That's nice.
But as soon as the boss showed up, it was all chaos and hell and stuff. It's no fun at all anymore. So yeah, I just dropped off a bunch of candy for the employees to enjoy. And I took my leave and
nice.
Hopefully never to have to see them ever again, because that would be so awkward or something. I don't know.
I'm lucky.
Yeah.
I'm
lucky, exactly.
So the job I mentioned where they fired me during the pandemic, or they relieved me from duties in the pandemic because it wasn't technically fired. That's the agreement I came to. You shouldn't classify it as fired. You should classify it as legally relieved from duty.
Yeah.
As in, I willingly resigned.
I fired myself.
Yeah, I fired myself. Or else I'll take you to court. That was the deal.
Yeah, that's nice too. That at least gives you a little bit of money.
So that guy was terrified of his wife. And he was terrified of women for some reason. He was terrified of me as well, so I don't know why.
Okay. Everest. I didn't want to piece out with Brad they had there though, because also a few funny stories about that workplace is as soon as I had to get a quote unquote fresh, right, pizza from there, it would just be a frozen pizza from the local supermarket.
What is it? What?
I'm not joking. I had to get a fresh pizza from the oven and just like a freezer below in the cellar. So I just walked through the cafeteria, walked down the stairs with a like a little how do you call it, like the things you dry the stuff off, the board, like the plates and all.
Okay.
You clean them with those, right? I had to use the same one because they didn't have any other one to cover up the pizza because they didn't want to show him it wasn't fresh. Yeah, I'm not joking. So messed up.
I believe you, but still I find it funny.
Use a dirty wipe, a towel thingy, whatever it is, to cover up a perfectly good just supermarket pizza. It's not fresh one, it's just frozen, and they would warm it up and just shove it in the face of the client, and that's it.
You know,
like,
the thing.
Nothing fresh about any of that.
The thing is, I used to work with startups. They did something similar, but it wasn't food. What they'll do is they'll just code some shit to make it look like it works. It doesn't work. And they'll use certain keywords like AI, advanced technology, synergy, the future of India, make in India, startup India. Those are the keywords. Those are the magic keywords.
Yeah. Of like mesh network, stuff like that. Right? Like smartish sounding words and all. Yeah.
Just use smart sounding words and you got him. You got your investor. You got him or her. And the thing is, so what happens is most investors were venture capital firms. They were they were upper middle class people who wanted to diversify their portfolio.
Yeah.
So
these just a bunch of those words, slap them on there, and
slap them on and tell them that the future will be worth $1 billion. will be a unicorn. Just tell them in the future will be a unicorn, and that's it. You got your sucker that you can take the money off.
Hey, let's go.
And what if something bad happens? So what happens is these guys are scared of venture capital firms because venture capital firms have a lot of terms and conditions that they'll make sure that these guys can't just drop the ball and run away. So what they'll do is
like a big scam or something.
Yeah, it's a big scam. I'm not saying every company from this time period is a scam. I'm just saying that quite a lot of scams are given the good companies a bad rep, or will give the good companies a bad rep because the boiling point, like the bubble bursting, the point where the bubble bursts hasn't reached. We haven't reached that point yet. Or when it bursts, all the good companies, the companies that actually did stuff, they'll face the brunt of the issue. It's like, back in, what was the early 2000s, there was a time period known as the dot-com bubble.
Sure.
So there was this one time period where every company every web-based company got a shit ton of investment.
Oh, this just went for investment and then just run with the money or something?
No. So what happened was like companies, like let's say there's a random blog, just a blog, no source of revenue.
Yeah.
But it's online, so investors and the company went public because investors were investing in publicly traded internet web-based companies because the internet was the future.
Oh, like that. Yeah.
So this is something like a cheaper version. I don't know how else to put it. It's like a dollar store version of that.
Yeah.
So it's like instead of web-based companies, it's apps, just apps. It's a random set of apps. Like I get
apps and websites.
So I get an advertisement for an app which tells you when to drink water, when to take a dump, and when to eat your food. I'm like, I have something called a biological clock. Yeah, so if I feel like taking a shit, I take a shit. If I feel hungry, I eat. If I feel thirsty, I drink. Why do I need an app that tells me to do all that?
Yeah.
I mean, stuff like that. Like they come up with the dumbest ideas and invest so money at them because there have been quite a few successful companies in the past and from and will continue coming. Yeah, you get what I mean, right? So they have that feeling that, oh shit, what if I miss the next? I don't know which company can I say. There's like we have something called Flipkart. It's basically Amazon but Indian.
Okay.
It's like a smaller scale Amazon. It's like, what if I miss the next Flipkart? We have
Yeah.
It's you get what I mean, right? It's like, what if I miss the next Amazon?
Yeah, so like, oh, we're gonna be the next big thing, kind of deal.
But the sad thing is, most of them aren't going to be the next big thing.
Yeah, I mean that's fair because well, the next big thing is gonna be the thing, and that's like 1 million or something.
Yeah. So what happens is like the next big thing in India is gambling. That much I'm sure. Because gambling is technically illegal, but there are a few technicalities.
Yeah.
So it's illegal, but
everybody likes gambling. If they just have the funds to do it, they'll do it for sure. Like I gacha games, for example, that's gambling basically.
No, see, gacha games is gambling, but I'm talking about actual gambling. As in, you put a pool of money, you have the pot, everyone plays against you, and you win or lose.
Yeah, and then most often the house wins basically because well, that's how gambling works.
That's how it works. So what happens is gambling in India by definition is illegal. As in, it's defined as a game based purely on luck is illegal. That's how gambling is defined. So what a couple of smart companies figured out is the term purely luck and purely luck.
Yeah, that's fair.
So what you have to do is just add add a few keywords saying that this isn't pure luck. There's a bit of skill involved, and that's perfectly legal.
I mean, it depends on what game, because if it's like the one with the little rotor thingy, right? Like
see, the slot machines are banned. Slot machines are banned. However, online poker is not banned.
Oh my god.
Based on this technicality.
Wow, that's messed up though.
Yeah, I'm like, shit, why didn't I open up a gambling company before these guys? That was me. I'm like, I got made a shit ton of money, but I was too scared to get arrested.
You could have built an empire, like the mafia or something.
And the thing is, like, actual casinos exist in certain parts of India, but it's like the legal loophole is it shouldn't be on Indian soil. So what they do is they just have casinos on boats.
On boats?
Yeah. Like you have a cruise ship, on a port, and that's a casino.
That's pretty cool though, honestly. But
still. Yeah, but when I went to those parts, I was too young to enter the casino. You're too young.
Yeah.
So their definition of adult is like when it comes to casinos and alcohol is 21.
You have to be 21 for alcohol, yeah?
No, it depends on the state. Some states is 25, some states is 18. Okay. Like my state is 21.
My state is my entire country actually is 18.
Yeah, that's like it becomes easier for the entire country is one age, but each state is different. Like if I go a few kilometers, like I think it's about 80 kilometers down south from where I live, it's like our equivalent of British overseas territory. It's like a territory ruled by the federal government, not by the state government. Over there the legal age is 18, drinking age is 18.
Okay, so you can just hop in the car basically as soon as you're 18, and then drive somewhere where you can actually drink.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as you have the license, of course.
No, license is 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
really confusing.
And there are some states where alcohol is banned.
Yeah, but entirely.
Yeah, entirely banned.
Oh wow, that's a bold move from the state.
Yes, the thing is I don't know how to define, but it's like banned. You can't have alcohol.
You can't even own it or something.
No, you cannot have alcohol. I'm not sure about owning, but distribution is not allowed.
Damn.
I don't know if it's distribution or it's consumption, one of the two.
Probably consumption.
Because my state back in I think the 80s it was banned, but then like the Americans, back in the prohibition era, like the Americans they realized that it's a shitty thing, and people are just gonna make alcohol at home.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to make alcohol here. So we have something called a palm fruit. It's like a coconut, but it's like quite squishy inside, not that hard.
Okay.
Just let the palm
Like
fruit. It's like
some sort of fruit or something.
It's like have you ever had a lychee? It's a fruit.
So.
Let me say.
I'm not a big fan of fruits though. I like apples. Apples are fine, but
no, I'll just send you a pic of a lychee. Lychees are pretty cool. Really.
More near to the side of the opposite side of being vegan, kinda ish.
Okay.
So I eat more meat often than just fruit and vegetables because meat is so not. Oh, those are those. Oh. I haven't had those. No, they look cool though.
No, they taste really good. So lychee, a palm fruit is similar to a lychee. It looks like a lychee. I mean, they're in a pot, but it's less sweet.
Okay.
So all you have to do is let the palm fruit stay in for a while, and I think they add some, I forgot what agent to ferment it. Just cut it open, add it in, let it stay in the tree. It ferments. Few hours later, and it ferments really fast. So in like about a day, you have your alcohol.
Wow. Okay. And you make it from pineapple or ananas?
No, you can make it from anything. So.
Okay.
So what happened was that this. I know I'm confessing to crimes here because production of alcohol in India is legal, but I did not distribute it. I just produced it for personal consumption. So in university, me and my roommate, we got bored. And we made alcohol out of cornflakes.
Cornflakes?
We made beer out of cornflakes.
Damn. That's pretty cool though, honestly.
So it tasted good. So we had to we had to use some DIY kits because first of all, the university we were located, it was in the middle of nowhere, so we didn't have yeast, and the local store didn't have any yeast.
Oh.
So I had a box of dates, and dates naturally contains yeast, so we used the dates as the fermenting agent.
Okay.
And cornflakes got from the local store, water, a bit of sugar. Mm-hmm. What else do we have?
Salt maybe or something?
What?
Do you put salt in there?
No, sugar.
I've never made beer. Oh, sugar only.
Sugar.
Okay.
So what? And you can add some, let's say, herbs to give it a taste, but we didn't go that far. So we didn't want to keep it. We didn't want to ferment it in the open because reasons. Because first of all, the entire block will know we're doing something shady.
Yeah, that's fair.
So what we did was.
Is it allowed to make it your own, or is it allowed to make your own?
No, see, according to university rules, you're not supposed to have alcohol at all. This is like most Indian universities, but everyone drinks. Everyone drinks. See,
university.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like a state or something.
No, it's from the university. State is fine. University you're not allowed to have alcohol. So, but the thing is, consuming alcohol and producing alcohol are two different things.
Yeah.
So what we had to do is we had to keep it in plastic bottles because we couldn't go and buy a glass bottle, like a plastic Pepsi bottle, like a 2 liters Pepsi bottle. And so
like a bucket or something. You stick
it
with the tongue.
Yeah. So the worst thing, like suppose we get caught, we'll just tell them we had a bottle of Pepsi, but it got spoiled because the heat or some shit like that. I don't know. So we fermented it, but thing about cornflakes-based beer is it's chunky because it's cornflakes.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so to get the starch fluid, so what we did was we boiled cornflakes in water and we got a starchy fluid.
Okay.
And after fermenting, we had to filter it, but we didn't have a filter. We had a funnel, but we didn't have a filter. So what we did was we just got a piece of cloth, used it as a filter.
Okay, like a t-shirt or something.
Yeah, like an old t-shirt. We washed it before we did it.
Okay, good. like unwashed sports t-shirt or something. Let's make beer from this.
Yeah, see, we made beer from cornflakes. So what's the worst?
Oh shit! That's amazing too. I love that.
And the funny thing is, like, one of my neighbors, she comes over to buy a screwdriver. She leaves hammered. She's like, this is some really good stuff. Where did you buy it? I know we made it.
Damn. Okay, that's a compliment, though. That's nice.
So and the thing is, we had our own volunteers for clinical trials. There was like a big shit ton of people who wanted to try it.
Nice. Honestly, I think that if you came with some like cool flavors or something.
No, we
People
experimented
take
with
it.
different types of team. We managed to do that, but the thing is,
Hey, oh, that's smart though.
but the thing is, we need we need an alcohol producing license. We need a brewery license
Yeah, that's
to
fair.
we need a brewery license, and then we need a retail license.
Are you still producing it right now?
No, we stopped, but we have all the recipes noted down. Me and my roommate.
Oh, nice.
So her plan is she wants to open up a pub.
That's pretty cool though, honestly.
Which is, but sadly, I don't know if it's possible. But we made one specific flavor from red tea. The red tea is like a weird sort of green tea, and we put it in we stored it in a bottle of a Tabasco sauce bottle.
Oh, so it's a kind of spicy.
Yes, like the tiny spicy tinge.
That's pretty cool though.
And she still has that bottle. When did we finish it? We made it in around 2018, and it's about it's 2022 now, right?
Yeah,
so we made it mid of 2018. So it's like
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years. So her plan is like one day during one of our university unions, we'll just get hammered in the back.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's great. Oh, I love and like the DIY things, right? Like people creating or recreating certain things. That's pretty cool. I like it.
And the scary thing is, the guy from the local store figured out that we were making alcohol. He's like, "Why do you kids want yeast?" We're like, we like baking."
We like baking.
He's like, "I've never seen you kids around here buying stuff. Oh, what are you doing?" We're like, "We like baking."
Yeah.
That was like, he figured it out. We were like, no one's gonna figure out our plan. He's like, "Why do you kids want yeast?" And we're like, "We like baking. We like to bake bread." Oh no, no, we didn't ask for yeast. So what happened was we figured out that we asked for yeast because yeast isn't that commonly used in India.
Oh, okay.
That they figured out we're up to something. So we realized that raisins have yeast in it, naturally occurring yeast in it. So we went and told him we want raisins. That's when he got suspicious.
That's fair. Like making your own wine or something.
No, he was like, why do you kids want raisins? We're like, we see, thing is, we heard that raisins are good for thinking exams, and we just bullshit our way out of that store.
They're good for thinking. I mean, kind.
Yeah, they are. I felt like you kids have been here for about 4 years, and you never visited my store for raisins. Why do you suddenly want raisins? They're like, I don't know, man.
I love that.
I don't know, man. We felt bored. Okay, we want to make beer.
That's great.
And see, I haven't told my parents yet, and mostly I'll never tell them, but Dad would have been proud.
Your dad would have been proud? Nice.
Yeah, no, he's a chemical engineer, but like, I'm both pissed off and proud. That'll be him.
Nice. Maybe you want to tell him someday.
No, one of these days. When I'm older.
When I'm older, okay.
When I'm older.
Maybe you just show him the stream right now, right? Like a few days later or so. You save the stream.
Oh yeah, so stream's always saved. Stream's always saved.
Okay. Nice. So just send the stream to him and he'll be proud.
Yeah, his first question would be, see, the thing is, my dad doesn't know much about VTubing. And the only person in my family that knows I do VTubing is my sister.
Okay, yeah, that's
so if I send it to him, like, see, he won't be mad. He'll be like, who's this cartoon girl, and why does this cartoon girl have sound like you, personality wise?
Yeah, that's nice too.
No, he's like, he's a man in his 50s, so
Yeah, VTubing is quite new, so I feel like. Yeah.
No, VTubing, I think is when did it come out? 2018, right? 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
Like as a common concept, so.
Yeah.
So it's like. So it's like how for my parents, like, see, they still refer to anime as Japanese cartoons, so.
Yeah, that's right.
So what happened was my sister wanted to introduce my mom to anime, which she did successfully.
Okay. Are you getting called again?
That's fine. I'll take it later. So what happened was
Okay.
when she introduced my mom to anime, my mom's like, "Okay, these are Japanese cartoons, right?"
Yeah.
And my sister's like, "No, we call that anime." She's like, "Yeah, same thing, Japanese cartoons."
Okay.
And think about
So,
that.
like, your mom just calls them in Japanese cartoons?
And then both my mom and my dad.
Oh, how dare! How dare, anime! How dare!
Before see from them, they're like, yeah, like see, they've seen anime when they were kids, but for them, it's like Japanese cartoons.
Yeah, I feel why though, because they just don't know the name anime. It's fair.
No, it's like them. They used to the old naming convention, and they want to stick to that.
Yeah.
Like surprisingly, my parents have watched quite a lot of anime when they were young,
Okay.
but they call it Japanese cartoons.
Yeah, I see why.
It's
But yeah, it's confusing for them probably. As soon as you tell them though, it's probably.
no, for them. It's
I
for
don't
my
know.
mom. For my mom, it's
I don't
like
think they'll react though.
no. So what happened was my sister introduced them to Full Metal Alchemist. My mom's like, "What is this extremely violent Japanese cartoon?"
Wait, she said your sister is. Oh, wait, my sister is a Japanese cartoon.
No, see, no, she didn't say that yet. So my sister introduced
Oh.
her to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. A really good anime. You have to watch it if you haven't watched it.
Oh, Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah.
Yeah. So
The
my
Brotherhood,
mom watches
yeah.
it. She's like, "What's this extremely violent Japanese cartoon? It's good, but your kids aren't supposed to watch it." That's what she told my sister.
Okay, that's fair, I suppose. It's the best, I believe.
No, it's
in
one of the
rating at all.
yeah, it's great. It's great. It's really good.
Mhm.
But you know,
As well as Steins Gate. Oh, I love Steins Gate with
Nah,
all the secret stuff and all.
nah. But see, in all honesty, I wasn't a big fan of Steins Gate. I watched it, but it was too slow for me.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah. That's fair.
it's like how I put, like I watched Steins Gate pretty recently, so it was. I think by that point I was well aware with what's gonna happen next. I knew what's gonna happen next, so maybe it's that. Maybe I was already spoiled.
Yeah.
Already got no. The entire story was spoiled for me at that point. You know,
That's
like I knew how it was gonna end. I know who's the time traveler. I already figured that out, so it felt, you know. You get what I mean, right?
fair.
But if I watched
Yeah,
it,
I'm not that bright of a mind all the time, so I didn't know.
it's not like how I put it. It's not about price. Like if you watch enough anime, you'll figure out what's happening.
Yeah, I don't watch that much anime. I like anime though, but I didn't watch that much at all, actually. Like
It's
Konosuba, I love Konosuba for
of course,
example.
Konosuba is a classic. Everyone should watch it.
Yeah. But I think the same about Full Metal Alchemist, and so, but I didn't watch it yet.
No,
Just have to
see,
watch
Full Metal
more.
Alchemist are actually two series. There's Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Watch Brotherhood.
Yeah, I'm gonna for sure.
Don't watch Full Metal Alchemist because it's just depressing.
Yeah, I meant Brotherhood though, but yeah.
Now just watch the Brotherhood, the second one. Don't watch the first one because the second one it's more, you know, but it sticks more in line with the manga, and it actually has a good story by the end. You don't feel depressed.
Yeah,
You
that's
feel-
fair.
you
Like
feel-
the thing that their mother died or something, and then
I see. That's the same in both the stories. It's
okay.
just how the story ends.
But it's an entirely different story then.
Yeah, like somewhere in the middle it diverges. They're two distinct stories.
Just splits off apart or something like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna take another route. Oh, that's
Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay, that's handy to know though, that I don't accidentally watch the wrong story.
So
It's
I
like,
think
oh, I was on episode 12 or something, it's gonna watch again. And it's like, wait, this is entirely different from what I remember.
no. So what happened was
I know
so
my brother.
so what happened was that the author, she was only halfway done with this series, and they wanted to make an anime really bad. She's like, fine, I've done still chapter 15. The rest you guys make some shit up.
Yeah.
And make some shit up. They did.
Okay. But is Brotherhood is better, right? Or no?
And Brotherhood is better because Brotherhood sticks to the original story.
Yeah, just making sure.
Yeah, Brotherhood is better. Like, see, I won't say the Full Metal Alchemist, the first one isn't 2003 isn't bad. It's pretty good, but it's like you don't feel happy by the end. You don't feel like it's complete story. Like Why am I
Oh,
depressed?
it's like an open ending or something.
No, it's not open ending. It's a depressing ending. It's like I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's a depressing ending.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like no one's in a happy place by the end of it.
Yeah,
So you're like,
that's
so
kind of sexual.
so Full Metal Alchemist. Like maybe there's not spoilers. It's like I'll just say the theme. The Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is, despite committing sins, you can always overcome them. You can always repent for them. That's Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Full Metal
Okay.
Alchemist is that you can never escape your sins. That's how it ends.
Okay.
You will suffer. You will suffer for eternity.
Okay.
So it's like it's not bad. It's just depressing.
Yeah. That's sexual. Why would it end it like that though?
No, it's like I don't know how to put it.
Yeah.
See, I appreciate that they took a really creative route, but
Mhm.
not the best, ending, if I can say so myself. See, if Brotherhood did not exist, I'd say Fullmetal Alchemist is one of the greatest anime of all time. But since I saw Brotherhood in the beginning,
Okay.
I was like, this is a masterpiece, and now this one's shit. You get what I mean, right? Like I saw the better one in the beginning, so it's a weird thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway, Okami, I think we'll end it here because I have a couple of things to get done now.
Yeah, it's fair. Me too. I'm actually having D&D
Nice.
fairly soon, in like 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay, nice. Enjoy your game.
Keeping an eye on. Oh, thank you. It was a nice stream though.
It was nice having you. It was nice having you. I should have you on more frequently.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, anyway, I'll be ending it in an account of 3, 2, 1. Anyway, nice having you on, Okami.
Thank you.
And I hope you join us again.
Yes, I'd love to.